A strong cell. Let's go over to Storm Track 11 now, because when we take a look at the rotation tool on Storm Track 11, it's showing up like a bullseye. So Storm Track 11, we're looking for the blues going to more of a green, and I'm even seeing yellow here show up here on Storm Track 11. So there it is. If there's something happening at this time, it's going to be just to the east of Manning. This rotation tool does an excellent job in really showing where the rotation is within a storm. It filters out everything else for the most part, but this is going to be the area, the high probability there could be a tornado that may happen at any moment when you see a yellow on the rotation tool looking like that. So you folks in Willow certainly need to be in your safe place at this time. Lowest level, sturdy structure, interior hallway, interior closet, and back over to Max now, also including the communities of Tulip, and it's just to the east of Manning. So there's Tulip, there's Willow, Highway 9, Leola, also in the path of this rotation, Rolla, Highway 222, pretty much almost the same area that we just had the tornado warning issued a little while ago that did produce damage around Sparkman. This is the same type of rotation that I'm seeing on Storm Track 11 that did produce that tornado likelihood into Sparkman, or at least some very gusty winds. So let's take a look at the Storm Track 11 now, once again, with that band of rain. Tom, I see you working over there. Did you mean to change that, or?
No. My bad.
He's
You go right ahead. I was looking at something else. That's my fault.
No, you're good. You're good. So this is, once again, the band of heavy rain. And we talk about heavy rain. Some locations could see easily 2 to 3 inches of rain. So smaller creeks and streams may come out of their banks as this band slowly moves off to the north and northeast. Now let's go back over to Max. We had the tornado watch in effect for a large part of central Arkansas all the way until midnight tonight. That does include Little Rock Metro, Hot Springs, Searcy, Russellville, and pretty much down to the south. We'll go back over to radar. This is the only warning we have at this time, but we could see more. When we look at the warnings, this is a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. This is not confirmed, but we have had a history of some cells producing some damage. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible. That's what this orange polygon is. So especially if you live in this orange polygon, Arkadelphia, Caddo Valley, Bismarck, Malvern, Princeton, anywhere in this area, storms could start to rotate and produce a tornado with little to no warning. Zooming out on the rest of the state, we have a tornado warning issued for, looks like, northeast Louisiana. That may hold together and affect you folks in Ashley County, potentially even into Drew County. We'll have to watch out what happens with that actual tornado warning over the next 1 to 2 hours as this system continues to move across Arkansas. We're looking at the center of Beryl, which is now a tropical depression, but still has sustained winds, 25 to 35 miles per hour, but there could be gusts as high as 50, maybe 60 miles per hour in this line of storms, in this band of storms, moving from the north to this, moving from the south to the northeast, closer and closer to Little Rock. Tom.
Yeah, I wanted to pass along, too, that along with the tornado warning, there is a flash flood warning that has now been in effect, or now issued for Clark County, Dallas, Garland, Hot Spring, Ouachita counties. It's along the same line that Nathan was talking about right here. Along with the tornado warning, we have the flash flood warnings. The other part of the equation tonight, along with the possibility of tornadoes, it's flash flooding and very heavy rainfall. Severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, and now flash flood warnings are in effect all along this line. As these thunderstorms continue to slowly move to the northeast at about northwest about 2025, or at least the individual cells within that line. The line itself is lifting to the northeast. There's the tornado warning. Of course, we've got the severe thunderstorm warning, the threat of some damaging wind with that as well tonight. Some very strong winds. We've had some rain here in the downtown Little Rock area, very heavy rain just within the past few minutes or so. I want to take you to Max 2. Max 2, Roger, if you don't mind. Well, we'll get there. There we go. Thank you so much. We'll just punch our way through it. Here are the warnings we have. Just a little better shot of those polygons that Nathan was talking about, including Arkadelphia. You've got Grant County, Sheridan, just on the, right up to the north here, Dallas County. That's that polygon, that tornado-warned storm that's going to take us into the 10 o'clock hour tonight. And folks, it's beginning to get closer to a little more of a densely populated area here in the Little Rock metro region. Now we can go back to Max 1. Nathan has pulled up our live winds here, and this will show you where the greatest likelihood of a possible tornado is located within that polygon. But something else to keep in mind, maybe some very strong straight line winds north of Caddo Valley as that line pushes to the north. But here near Willow, Arkansas, this is where we could find a possible tornado north of Princeton, and again lifting to the north at about 25 miles per hour. We look at our thresholds, our velocities, our winds blowing toward radar, the light blue, the winds blowing away in the reds and the oranges, and that gives us our couplet where we're finding the possibility of some rotation that could lead to another tornado. We've already had a few tonight, and we're not going to downplay it, folks. A tornado is a tornado. It's night now. You can't see them coming at you. Make sure you have your safe place ready to go. Make sure you have supplies in your safe place just in case, and you can always stream Nathan and I on THV11. If we can, real quick, before we change directions, I would like to show a broader perspective. Let's take a better statewide viewpoint of radar this evening. Just want to give everybody a heads up on what's happening out there. A lot of the heavy thunderstorm activities occurring just to the south of Little Rock. We still have some rain, some moderate to heavy rain in western Arkansas. And the center of Beryl is now beginning to move into southwest Arkansas and will move to the northeast overnight tonight. It's going to be a long night. Probably going to have a few more tornado warnings as well as the flash flood threat. Thus, we have a THV11 weather impact alert for the rest of tonight through tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon things should start to settle down as Beryl moves out of Arkansas. Nathan?
All right, Tom, we'll take a look at the winds that we've seen so far because, of course, this is a tropical system moving in, so we'll take a glance at what the max wind speeds have been with these bands moving through. And this is just all the observation sites across the state that have come in with wind speeds, 37 mile per hour wind gusts into Hot Springs, 28 mile per hour wind gusts into Arkadelphia, closing in on 40 in Texarkana. So the winds will continue to increase through the overnight, and there could be some gusts as high as, I would say, 40, maybe as high as 50 miles per hour in some isolated locations. Also watching out for the rain. The rain is continuing to add up across the area. Here are the observed rainfall totals now since midnight as the computer is loading up the graphic. So we have over 2.5 inches of rain, and this is just really since 9 o'clock this evening. We've got that heavy rain out there right now. These totals will be going up. And we have about almost 3¼ inches in Hot Springs, 7/10 into the Queen, only 100th inch in Little Rock. But again, that last observation was at 9 o'clock. So the new one will be coming here at 10 o'clock. And of course, with the heavy rain moving in, we'll have that certainly updated as we go into the next hour. And these totals will continue to ramp up. We're talking about rainfall totals for some locations as high as 4 to 8 inches and 4 to 8 inches. And that's why we do have a flash flood warning in effect now for parts of Garland County into Hot Spring County, and that stretches down into Dallas County all the way through Ouachita County. There's your flash flood watch for the counties in the green. We're going to see most likely more flash flood warnings issued through the course of the overnight. But right now we are really focused on the potential of storms rotating and producing a quick tornado. Yeah. So we'll go back over here to live radar, Tom, and you can certainly analyze that radar. I'm going to take a look at some other data here on Storm Track 11. Okay,
I do want to mention this. National Weather Service is keeping a close eye on new rotation that is developed in southern Pulaski County. Just want everybody at home watching us that no tornado warning is going to be issued yet, but there is an area of rotation over southern Pulaski County that is moving to the west. Wanted to keep you informed on that. Now the real action is down here in this band of rain and thunderstorms thunderstorms located from near Hot Spring County, where we have a severe thunderstorm warning. That tornado warning, this cluster of lightning would indicate a very strong thunderstorm, and there's rotation within this cell as well. That has prompted the tornado warning that's in effect for Dallas County, a part of Hot Spring, and even into Grant County. As we look over the town of Tulip, the little community of Tulip here in northern parts of Dallas County, that if there's anything rotating, it's pretty much right over the top of you, Tulip. Now, Willow, you're very close. Leola, you've got Thiel, Arkansas. The movement of this cell is to the north at 25, eventually getting closer to Poen, Prattsville, and also close to the Bauxite Benton area. There is that area of concern along I-530. This is south of Sweet Home to the northwest of Wrightsville. And notice over the last few scans, it's building to the northwest. So this is going to take a track over Geyer Springs and eventually out into West Little Rock. And it continues to show some signs of gathering strength. Just want to put that out there. If we're in Pulaski County right now, although we have no warning that's been in effect or been issued from the National Weather Service, we are looking at a fairly pronounced area of rotation moving to the west-northwest, and it looks like it's continuing to strengthen. Back over south central Arkansas, at least part of central Arkansas. I say south central, it's really central Arkansas. There's that warning for Dallas County and Hot Spring and Grant. Looks like some big wind gusts moving through Caddo Valley. Through northern parts of, north and north central Hot Spring County. This is going to cross over into Garland County. Some strong wind gusts there. And this area of spin, or this rotation near Willow, Arkansas, that's going to cross over into Hot Spring and eventually ride that border between Hot Spring and Grant County. They're continuing the warning for Dallas, Grant, Hot Spring counties, okay? And that is going to go into, it's staying into effect for a little while longer tonight here. It's 9:49. Okay, lots of stuff going on. Heavy rain, rotation within thunderstorms. Got a little cell here in southern Pulaski County, and another area that's popped up there near into the west of East End. All of this activity is moving to the west. Nathan?
Tom, watching that rush of wind moving through Hot Spring County right now. So that wind is certainly picking up. If you're watching us in Desroches, Social Hill, Lake Hamilton, you're going to see some gusty winds heading your direction very shortly. Lake Catherine State Park. This is not rotating winds, but it is winds just charging to the north, and that could be winds of maybe 30 to 40 miles per hour. So be prepared for that as that sweeps into Garland County very shortly. And then we still have that rotation happening into Dallas County, Leola, Willow, Dogwood, Rolla, and once you get close to Prattsville. This is a lot of wind also within this cell. This may be gusting out. I'm not seeing too much in the form of rotation. It was right there, very close to Willow, but now it looks like it's gusting out more. Nonetheless, we've got some blue pixels here. That tells us we have wind gusts at least approaching almost 60 miles per hour. So when you see those blue pixels, this is going to be, I would say, let me check here just to be sure, 4,000 feet above the surface. So these winds may not be reaching the surface, but I certainly think you're seeing some gusty winds move through that part of Dallas County, about to enter into Grant County. And we're still watching this rotation that has developed very quickly. You can see right there, that blue just popped up very quickly right to the southwest of Highway 161, Woodson, and there it is. And this is the type of situation. Not a lot of warning with some of these tornado warnings, just because the rotation shows up very quickly and then it's gone. So we'll have to watch out for this. Certainly, I would be ready to take your tornado precautions if you're watching us in southwest Little Rock and also west Little Rock if this rotation continues to pick up in intensity. Another little area of rotation happening around Sardis and East End. It may continue to hold together. It may fall apart. We had that one right there that developed close to Haskell, and now that rotation has weakened somewhat, or pretty rapidly. So this is some stronger rotation happening right along Interstate 530, headed towards Interstate 30 and 630. If it holds together, they will likely issue a tornado warning with that cell. Let's take a look at what's happening here with the rain part of the radar. There is a little certainly a little curvature with that radar, Tom, that I'm seeing as it makes its way from Interstate 530 and approaches Mablevale, Geyer Springs. There's the Dollar Generals and also the Walmarts around that region. So heads up, just in case, they may issue a tornado warning for that part of Pulaski County.
Yeah, certainly one of those evenings. As that line moves into central Arkansas, you're going to get some heavy rain out of it. And of course, some of these individual cells could produce some rotation, funnel clouds. National Weather Service keeping a close eye on things. Also storm chasers or some of the ham radio operators and folks that look after these storms are also keeping us well informed. A lot of this is moving from west or from east to west instead of west to east. Strong thunderstorm now north of Willow. The rotation with this has looked better. It's weakened somewhat, or at least it's broadened out. It may strengthen up again as this area of very heavy rainfall and some very strong wind gusts gets closer to the Little Rock metro area. There's that little area that Nathan mentioned that is getting closer to you have 530 here. You've got 30. It's between 530 and 30. And if it continues its track, it's going to cross over 430 and head into west parts of Little Rock. Here's the other area. It looks more of a gusting out, looks more formidable of more straight line winds than rotation. But let's take it back a little bit. Can we go back a few scans just to keep an eye on it? Let's see what's going on with it here. Going back toward the Princeton area. There he is. Okay, Nathan, there you go. Just wanted to see how this rotation is shaping up. Near Willow, looked impressive. Near Willow, south of Willow. There's where it was really impressive, south of Princeton. Then it moves into the Polygon area. And as it moves to the north, it really loses a lot, but still can have some strong wind gusts with this supercell or with this line of thunderstorms moving to the north. And a lot of this is wrapping back around the center of Beryl, which is moving into southwest Arkansas. Going to take all night to get through and a good part of the day tomorrow. THV11 weather impact alert remains in effect for us in central Arkansas tonight until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We're going to talk more about what a weather impact alert means in the coming days. This is what we got right now. That area continues to look a little more impressive here in Pulaski County. Let's go to, can we go to our rotation product, Nathan, INROD on Storm Track 11. Let's take a look at it on that to see if there's any of those greens and blues that we like to look for coming together on INROD. It would be here in the southern part of the city. Well,
might be too close to the radar.
Yeah, might be. Certainly something there, some wind gusts. Moving to the west, going to travel past I-30 and then eventually make its way past 430. At least that cell's going to go past 430, heading into western Pulaski County. So on the northern fringe of the arm, we're seeing cells drift from east to west. The arm itself is lifting to the north. So we still have to deal with a few of these individual cells tonight. And that's a good shot of it right there. And that blue area would indicate some strong wind gusts. Okay, let's go back to main radar, Max 1, and we'll take a look at that band of rain and thunder lifting to the north. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, and we still have that tornado warning in effect, Nathan. That includes parts of Grant County, does not include Sheridan, but includes Grant County, Hot Spring, and northern Dallas counties.
Yeah, Tom, and that band of rain, it's very heavy, producing a few inches of rain in a short amount of time. That cell moving from Dallas County into Grant County, it's still packed with quite a potent punch. Look at all the lightning. I mean, this is the most lightning we've seen all night long. Just a cluster of consistent cloud-to-ground lightning happening in this part of the band of heavy rain. So this cell is reaching up about 50,000 feet. I think it's more of a straight line wind damage concern versus a tornado damage, but there could be some wind gusts, probably 50, 60 miles per hour as this continues to push its way through Leola. There's the edge of the really gusty winds, and there may be something right there. It looks like there's a little more outflow and inflow happening very close to Willow. If you're in this tornado warning polygon, Rolla, Thiel, Willow, Highway 229, Highway 9, Highway 222, just get to your safe place. You may not see a tornado, but you can still see straight line winds. And straight line winds can just be as impressive as a weak EF0 tornado. This is going to continue to push its way towards Prattsville and also Durian, getting into the rest of Grant County. We'll have to watch out for that as it makes its way off to the north. That is the only tornado warning we have in effect at this time across Arkansas. We're still watching for this rotation moving across southwest Arkansas. It's still pretty much staying the same strength. I'm not seeing an uptick in the strength. Moving across Interstate 30, now Geyer Springs. This is going to be headed for the Big Rock interchange of 630 and 430, and then into West Little Rock. So just be on your guard. No tornado warning with this. It may not go tornado warned, but there could also be a quick spin up without a warning. So my advice is just go ahead and get into the interior part of your building, of your home, just in case this continues to ramp up, because there could be a tornado with little to no warning. It's that type of situation, Tom.
Yeah, and we're approaching the 10 o'clock hour, about news time, but we're going to keep it here. We're going to be your newscast tonight. Nathan Scott, myself, Tom Brannon are going to keep it here. We'll be tracking these storms. They're now beginning to enter a more densely populated area here in the Little Rock Metro, with a line of storms over Grant County, over Hot Spring. This is lifting to the northeast, and we'll be getting some heavy rainfall and some wind here in probably within the next 30 to 45 minutes. So in terms of our THV11 newscast at 10, which begins in a few seconds or so, we're going to cover you with weather, and new tornado warning has just popped up. Nathan, I'm going to let you tell us all about this. It looks like it's for a part of Arkansas and Prairie counties. Go right ahead.
It is a very tiny cell, Tom, but this one is showing a hook echo to it, and the National Weather Service is seeing some rotation pick up within this cell. So there you see the latest tornado warning going into effect for parts of Arkansas County. That does include you folks in Stuttgart. So the tornado sirens are going off in Stuttgart. This tornado warning is until 10:45. There's the Highway 33, Highway 153, Highway 146, Highway 130. This is the rotation right here, very close to Elmira. This is going to be making its way towards Stuttgart. So Stuttgart, get to your safe place right now. You don't have much time because this is rapidly developed. But when you take a look at it, we do have certainly a tighter couplet. There is the blue, the darker blue, telling us that we have certainly rotation going into the storm, or winds going into the storm to produce that counterclockwise circulation as it makes its way from Elmira to Yoder and also potentially into Stuttgart if it holds together. This is moving off to the north-northwest about 25 miles per hour. So I will go ahead and put on a new tornado track for our friends and viewers into Arkansas County, and it also does include parts of Prairie County and even into a part of Lono County. So here is the highest probability of where this tornado is headed. If you are in the purple cone, you definitely want to go ahead and take your tornado precautions. If you're in the red polygon, which I'll show you in just 1 second, with just the outline or actual polygon without the winds, just to give you an idea on what communities are impacted with this potential tornado. So there's Yoder around 10:17, Stuttgart 10:26 is your timeline of when that rotation will be moving across your city if it holds together. Slovak 10:42 and Hamilton around 10:51. Now just looking at the actual warning polygon, it does encompass a few counties, parts of Arkansas County, a small sliver of Monroe County, but it's not too much of Monroe County. Most of Monroe County is in the clear, into southern parts of Prairie County, and then just a small sliver of Lono County under that tornado warning until 10:45. So we're going to bounce around with the two tornado warnings we have in effect. We have that one off to the east. Let's see if that one is still in effect in Dallas County. It is still in effect, and then we'll also check out that rotation into Pulaski County. But things are starting to go downhill here in central Arkansas. The rain's picking up. That heavy band of rain is continuing to lift its way off to the north, and along with that, we do have the potential of not only flooding issues with smaller creeks and streams, poor drainage areas, low-lying areas, but also that the wind field of this storm, Beryl, as it continues to push its way into Arkansas, is starting to allow these storms to continue to rotate, and more tornado warnings are being issued, Tom.
Yeah, Nathan, let me just take a moment. We're going to refresh for a moment, go back to our statewide map and show you what's going on. You're watching Nathan Scott, myself, Tom Brannon, on our platforms, on YouTube, on Facebook, THV11 right now. We are the newscast tonight with the THV11 weather impact alert. We've got severe weather happening in Arkansas, flash flood warnings in effect, and Tropical Depression Beryl is moving from southwest to northeast here in the state and is going to take all night to get through. And we could be looking at a fairly long night with more of these brief tornadoes or rotation that spins up within this line of thunderstorms. You're looking at our velocity mode here. You've got the tornado warning that's over in Arkansas County and parts of Prairie, Monroe, and Lono counties. You've got the tornado warning that continues in Hot Spring and Grant counties. And there's a tornado warning across the border down Louisiana. But it's been like this all night. You get one or two warnings, they die out, and a couple of more pop up. Let's put our radar into motion. We'll show you where Beryl is centered as it continues to move to the north, the center of circulation, maybe somewhere down around southwest Arkansas. And out in advance of it, we're seeing the bands of rain and thunderstorms capable of producing some very heavy rain in a short amount of time, as well as the potential for tornadoes. We've had a few tonight down around Sparkman. National Weather Service said, yes, it was a tornado. And Kevin, if you want to get that picture ready, we can show it during the newscast. We have a viewer photo of that tornado around the Sparkman area. He's going to pull that up for us. If you would like to share photos with us of what's happening in your area, be safe about it. We'll never encourage you to go out and get behind a tornado and take pictures. We don't want you to do that. But we would encourage you to send us any storm damage you have. Text to 501-376-1111. Tell us who you are, where you're from, so we can give you proper credit. Thank you for doing that and helping us out tonight, being the eyes and the ears of your location so that we can share with everyone else. Again, we have a THV11 weather impact alert for the rest of the night tonight and for a good part of the day tomorrow. So when we talk about weather impact alerts, here's what we're talking about with Beryl. What's the impact? Well, it's gusty winds, it's flooding, and certainly tonight it's been the brief tornadoes. And when we also talk about the weather impact alerts, not only can it be severe weather, it can also be weather that is a little bit of an inconvenience. It's disruptive weather. It can be anything from flash flooding, dense fog advisories. This time of year, it's extreme heat and humidity. That would all follow under the criteria. And of course, as we get closer to wintertime, we'll have other criteria that we'll talk about. But for tonight, this is what we're dealing with. The effects of what was Tropical Storm Beryl has been downgraded to a tropical depression, and sometime tomorrow will become a remnant area of low pressure. So let's get back to it, back to what we can expect tonight through tomorrow, 1 o'clock. The impact is Beryl and the winds and the heavy rain. And here's what you need to do. Follow us on THV11.com. Follow us on our other platforms, Facebook. Tonight, you can follow us by streaming on YouTube or the app. You can certainly set it up that way and follow Nathan and I while you find your safe spot. So this is what a weather impact alert is all about. Doesn't necessarily have to be severe weather. It can be other weather that is going to impact you during the day, during the night. All right, so do we have that photo, Kevin? Kevin, I believe, has a photo of the... Okay, we're trying to get it. All right, so we've got some very heavy rain occurring along the I-30 corridor. He told us around Social Hill they're getting some heavy rainfall. And of course, we've got heavy rain. We've got the tornado warning. And there you go. We'll take that camera shot there. This is, of course, it's at night. We're not going to be able to see a whole lot. But traffic is out there. Traffic's going to be impacted by the heavy rain. Possibly some flooding on some of these interstate highways, some ponding on the roadways, and hydroplaning. So use caution. Be extra careful when you're out driving tonight. Let's go back to our radar imagery, if you don't mind. Nathan? I think we're looking at something a little different. There we go. Thank you. Here are the tornado warnings as we have them. There's the Arkansas County tornado warning. Moving into Monroe, Prairie County, Lono County. The storm is lifting from southeast to northwest. And the cell that is shrouded by a bunch of lightning here out of Grant, Hot Spring, and now moving out of northern Dallas County. This has prompted a tornado warning as well. And looks like we can see a little bit of a hook signature here that's on the border of Hot Spring and Grant County. We'll turn on our velocity range. That would be just to the south of Thiel, Arkansas. and to the south of Poland. And yeah, this is where we're finding a fairly impressive couplet. Hopefully it's not producing anything, maybe some wind and some very heavy rain, but this is what we look at when we're looking at our velocity mode. And severe thunderstorm warning that extends all the way up into Saline County, from Grant into Saline County as well as that tornado warning. All right, Nathan, what do you have that's new?
Well, Tom, that cell that has moved its way from Dallas County into Grant County and right on the border of Hot Spring County continues to maintain its strength. You see that cluster of lightning showing very strong updraft. And for that reason, the National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued that severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible. So if you're watching us into this part of Saline County, which includes Haskell, Benton, and also Bryant, be prepared for the potential you could have a tornado warning issued any moment if this rotation continues to hold together moving from the south. Along with that, we saw this tornado warning issued for Arkansas County with this little tiny cell, but it has shown signs of rotation. It is just a hint of rotation, not as strong as what it once was just a few scans ago, but we just have to watch out for these cells. They like to cycle up, they like to cycle down. You are still under that tornado warning. The sirens are still going off in Stuttgart, and this tornado warning will continue, although it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly where it is. So let's go back and take a look at what was going on with the winds just a few scans ago and why they decided to issue that tornado warning. And it's right there, that little blue just outside the polygon. And then as it made its way into the parts of Arkansas County just to the northeast of Elmira, it has shown some signs of weakening. So whether or not they will continue this tornado warning, we'll just have to wait and see. If there is something happening, there's going to certainly be some rotation in the clouds right through Highway 153, Highway 130, and it will be approaching Stuttgart. Right now, it does not look too impressive to me. Does not look like it's producing a tornado at this time, but that could change very shortly because we are in a situation where these storms can rotate very quickly and produce a tornado with little to no warning. Those are the two tornado warnings we have in effect across the state of Arkansas. We'll just take a look at the polygon warnings right now. There you see the one in Arkansas County extending into Prairie County, also a small sliver of Lono County, and the other one Dallas County, including parts of southwestern Grant County and southeastern areas of Hot Spring County. Along with that, we also have flash flooding concerns. And here is a flash flood warning until 12:45. That includes Garland County, Hot Spring County, into eastern parts of Clark County, through Dallas County, stretching into Ouachita County. We're going to see more of these flash flood warnings in effect because there's so much rain falling in a short amount of time. It just all drains off into the nearest tributaries, smaller creeks, streams, whatnot. And here are the rainfall totals. This is since midnight all the way until 10 o'clock this evening. Look at Texarkana, almost really 4 inches of rain. Arkadelphia has seen over 2 inches, almost an inch in Hot Springs. And when you look at the radar, Tom, this rain is going to continue to pile up across the region because we are still watching heavy rain affecting areas of Arkansas where the reds and the greens are showing up, or excuse me, reds and the oranges are showing up. And we still have that band of heavy rain right through there. So it's going to be adding up in Hot Spring County, Grant County, through Cleveland County, moving into the metro. We may have flash flooding concerns here, especially those typical trouble areas in the Little Rock Metro, Tom.
Yeah, so heavy rain is one aspect of tonight's weather. The other, tornadoes. We have had reports, and I think we have a photo. One of our viewers sharing this with us tonight. This is out of Sparkman, down in Dallas County. Go ahead, Kevin, you can pop it up. And that certainly looks like a tornado. In fact, the National Weather Service says, yeah, that is a tornado. That's, and I'll say this, sometimes these things happen in and out of warnings. I don't think a warning was in effect here. It may have expired, or it may have quickly spun up into what you see here, but it did cause some damage in the Sparkman area. THV11 will have a crew in Dallas County, and the National Weather Service is also going to send a crew down to survey the damage. That's what we've had tonight. We've had confirmed tornado reports down in southwest Arkansas. We've had this one in Dallas County, and we still may have to deal with a few more tracks tomorrow as we get into daylight. The National Weather Service may have a few more of those. They're going to continue the tornado warning in Hot Spring Grant County and let it ride till 10:50 10:15, and that's this county, these two counties right here. There's that warning, although they say that it looks more like a Boeing surge of wind that you would sometimes get with these segments as it continues to move to the north. It's getting a little closer to the Little Rock area. Thought we might see it around 10 o'clock. It's currently 10:12. It's making its way here. This is a fairly densely populated area. That's why you're seeing weather tonight for the 10 o'clock news between Nathan and I. We want to make sure that we keep you safe. Weather certainly impacting things tonight as Beryl makes its way up the I-30 corridor and will take its time moving across. And because of the movement tonight, it's moving, it's kicking waves of rain and bands of rain, 25, 30 miles per hour. And because of that slow movement, there's the possibility of flash flooding. There's flash flood warning that Nathan showed you just a few moments ago. There'll probably be a few more of those flood warnings. Here is the other tornado warning that we have for northern parts of Arkansas County that does include a little bit of Monroe, Prairie, and Lonoke County. It's a little more difficult to pick up the identity of this cell, a small cell at that, but it did prompt a tornado warning. It is moving off to the northwest. It's all rotating around the center of Tropical Depression Beryl, which continues to decrease in intensity. And here's a closer inspection of it. Let's see if we can find it. I guess it would be right in this general area along Highway 130 south of 136. Here's Stuttgart. There's the best location for spin by looking at the wind couplets that we have, at least our wind mode. How does it look though on Storm Track 11 with our rotation mode there, Nathan? Is it a little bit better? Well, you can certainly tell there's a couplet there.
It's showing up a little bit better, yeah, but not too impressive, Tom.
And it's not far from Stuttgart. This is going to move over Stuttgart. I would encourage you in Arkansas County, if you live around the Stuttgart area, make sure you're in your safe place. And in case you forgot, that's finding the centermost part of your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside as you possibly can, and cover something, cover your head with it, like maybe it's a bike helmet, football helmet. You know, I know football is popular out in these parts. Take football helmet with you, or maybe even a pot or a pan and put over your head to protect you from debris, just in case. No confirmation, radar indicated, and let's hope it stays that way as the cell moves to the northwest. And let's go back to Max. Nathan's got it timed out for us. About 8 miles away from Stuttgart is that circulation, and it continues to move to the west-northwest. So it appears as if it's going to move over Stuttgart there in Arkansas County, and then from there will make its way into Lonoke County eventually, places like Humnoke, Arkansas. There's the tornado warning information till 10:45 tonight. The National Weather Service was giving till 10:15 on the Grant Hot Spring County warning. We'll see if they reissued. They're going to let it expire shortly. Northern Arkansas County going to give it a couple of more volume scans to make sure it's going away before they cancel the tornado warning. But we still have the severe thunderstorm warning. The Grant and Hot Spring County tornado warning has been allowed to expire, and they're keeping an eye on the one out over in Arkansas County. But just as quickly as these things die down, they cycle back up again. We've been keeping our eye on a couple of areas of rotation. We have one here, Little Rock, downtown Little Rock, the 430. 630 split. I think that's what's left of it right there, Nathan, that area of spin that we were taking a look at not long ago. We'll back it up a few volume scans and take a look at it, and there it is. Yeah, that's it right there. Looks like it's spreading out a little bit more as it heads toward the Pinnacle Mountain State Park. You got Two Rivers Park. This is Highway 10, Cantrell Road, Highway 10, moving along that. So that's another area that we'll keep an eye on. A little broader perspective as we take a little more of the metro area. This is our velocity scan. It's showing winds, and we're able to pick up these little couplets. And there's that one. And this was earlier down around Grant County. And there's the wind that blew out of Hot Spring County and just kind of diffused, fell apart there. All right, so that's the latest that we have for you right now. Nathan and I are here till 10:30 till the newscast. If the tornado warning expires, we may see one or two more, but it becomes more of a heavy rain threat tonight, Nathan.
And that will be the concern as we go into the overnight, Tom, will be the threat of a corridor of some very heavy rainfall, adding up to several inches of rain in a short amount of time, because as the center of Beryl is entering into southwest Arkansas right now, you can see what's happening here. We have steady rain, moderate at times, but there are some pockets of heavy rain, Garland County, Saline County, into parts of Pulaski County. So I think the lighter amounts of rain will be in northwest Arkansas and certainly into parts of North Arkansas, but some really heavy rain happening through Grant County, about to move into Pine Bluff, and this is all pivoting off to the north and northeast. And with this slow motion, that's why the concern of flash flooding will continue, because the actual center part of Beryl is still down here into southwest Arkansas, and it'll be making its way right across central Arkansas, taking this shield of rain along with it. So if you haven't seen any rain just yet, well into parts of White County, Cleburne County, and also into Searcy County, the rain is coming, and the rain may be quite heavy. We'll have to watch out for potential flash flooding issues all night long. We had that flood watch in effect all the way until tomorrow evening for a large part of Arkansas, and we also have the tornado watch in effect all the way until midnight tonight. And we do have the storm reports also along with this. So we have the tornado watch for all the counties in the yellow till midnight. There is the tornado that was confirmed right around Sparkman into Dallas County. And when we zoom out here for the rest of the area, there have been many tornadoes all the way down through Louisiana and also into East Texas. So that's where all the weather came from this afternoon, and that's what we're dealing with out there this evening. Fortunately, we're losing some of the destabilization of the atmosphere because the sun has set, so the atmosphere will try to stabilize, but it's going to take a few hours, and that's why the chance of quick tornadoes that may happen with little to no warning will still be certainly a possibility all the way into midnight and maybe even through the early morning hours. Right now, we just have this one tornado warning in effect for Arkansas County. We'll take a look at that one again with the winds to see if the winds are still there. It's a very, very tiny couplet, Tom, but that little pixel of blue still says there's some rotation, still have to watch out for it. Stuttgart still need to be in your safe place.
Yeah, the Weather Service said they were going to give it a couple of more scans, and now they're re-upping the warning. They're going to keep it going until it expires. And that it's going to expire, I think, around 10:30 tonight, 10:45, excuse me. Just saw that. So it's that little couplet right there that is just west of Stuttgart. Movement is to the west-northwest. That's responsible for the tornado warning in the polygon here. Again, these things will go through cycles. They go up and down. They'll strengthen, they'll tighten up, and they'll weaken. Let's hope this one continues a trend of either staying as it is or even weakening. Right now, riding along 146 could be a rotating wall cloud with this storm. I'm not asking you to go out and take a look at it, but we could have a rotating wall cloud. We had a great picture earlier tonight by a viewer that sent in a photo down around Sparkman, Arkansas, in Dallas County of a tornado there. There was some damage in Sparkman. I hope that we can get through the night without having any more damage. And there's that picture. It's from Lynn Mann, is that right? Okay, Lynn Mann, thank you for providing us with this photo. We ask you to help us be your eyes and ears out there. Well, you are the eyes and ears. Text your photos to 501-376-1111, whether it be hail or some impressive lightning, or if you've got some storm damage. But folks, don't go out and try to find a tornado that's warned in your area. Don't do that. Stay in your safe place. Wait till after the storm has passed. Let's go back to live winds. And here we go. It's this area right here along Highway 146. That is the couplet, and that's what's moving to the west, northwest. You've got downtown Stuttgart not far away, Northside Elementary School. You got Julia Shannon Elementary School. It's about 5 miles away from the area of concern, the rotation. And this is the only warning, tornado warning that we have. We still have severe thunderstorm warning and flash flood warnings. Here it is, 10:21. This warning is going to take us through 10:45. The National Weather Service is going to let it ride because they've seen it go through its cycles. It's a little more difficult to pick up, but it's right here along Highway 146. We had NROT or rotation product not long ago. You could see a little bit of rotation with this. Moving to the east or moving to the west right now, about 25 to 30. All of this weather tonight, the impacts of tropical storm, now tropical depression Beryl, the wind, the tornado warnings, the flood threat, all weather impacts. Therefore, we've issued what we call a THV11 weather impact alert. That's going to take us through the rest of tonight and through the day tomorrow. This is just to help you in your planning for tomorrow, with heavy rain expected at least for the northern half of the state for the first part of the day. Heavy rain, potential for flooding. It just gives you a little more information on what you think you need to do tomorrow in preparation for your day. Here it is, July. We don't get a lot of tornadoes in July, but with tropical systems, you sometimes do. There's that tornado warning till 10:45. Here's radar, broader perspective. Take a closer look at it, find your location, and you can see that we're getting a lot of moderate to heavy rain now, Nathan, moving into central Arkansas.
I'm going to take a look at the composite radar here, Tom,
Okay.
to see
That's good.
if what's going on in South Arkansas is dry air that's moving in and just really chiseling away at this system. So let me switch over to more of a composite radar just 1 second, and that will show us the real overview of what's happening with exactly this storm named Beryl as it makes its way into northwest Arkansas. We still are watching the potential. We could still see some very heavy rainfall, even though it looks like the southern part of the system is certainly disappearing quite quickly. But let's take a look at the full radar here as I switch over from the high resolution to more of a full range look with this system. And there you see, as we take a look, the southern end of the system is really starting to disappear. So the worst of the rain, the heaviest rain, is that band about to move into Little Rock. Then it starts to certainly diminish somewhat into West Arkansas and over into Oklahoma. But let me go ahead and do the past 3 hours, and we can just watch this all together to see how this storm is evolving. So there's certainly a feeder band from Louisiana all the way into southeast Arkansas, wrapping around the center of the system. And if you look real close, I would say the center is very close, right along the Arklatex border, headed for Texarkana, and this is going to continue to track its way right over central Arkansas. Does this fill in, or does it stay this empty area? If it stays this empty area, then once this feeder band moves across southeast Arkansas, you're going to be done with the chance of rain. And more the heavy rain and steady rain will be focused probably from Little Rock and off to the west and northwest, something we'll be watching through the overnight hours. The chance of flash flooding is there, especially within this very heavy rain band and then areas off to the west. So this is a fluid situation, as it typically is with a landfalling tropical system, but things can change very quickly, and we'll be here watching it all night long until the threat of a tornado is over, and that's not going to be happening anytime soon. Right now, we still have a tornado warning in effect for Arkansas County, still watching that cell through Grant County, entering into Saline County. Very heavy rainfall happening right now through Haskell and Benton, where you see this red. And this is all moving into Pulaski County. So the rain's going to be picking up here in Little Rock and Pulaski County. That will be adding up very quickly. When we take a look at what's happening with this cell into Arkansas County, that has been allowed to drop. Looks like that tornado warning has been canceled. So we have no tornado warnings in effect for all of Arkansas, and I just want to go ahead and do a little scan here, make sure there's nothing else that could try to pop up in the next few seconds or a few minutes as we just take a scan live on air. We're just looking at all the bands of rain, making sure that there's no other concerns out there over the next 5 minutes. I'm going to send things over to you, Tom. I'm going to take a look at more information here on Storm Track 11 off camera, and we'll get back together in like a couple minutes.
The National Weather Service canceled the tornado warning for Arkansas County, but they are keeping a close eye on the cell that Nathan and I identified in Pulaski County that is currently over Camac Village. Yeah, I know. Camback Village. There's no warning on it, but it is showing some signs of strengthening, and that's that cell right there over northern Pulaski County. So that is an area of concern. It continues to move to the west and will right along the northern part of Pulaski County. So that's part of it tonight. And the band of rain and thunderstorms just to our south and west that is moving to the northeast. We still have some cells that are moving from east to west. These may have tornadoes with them, may have some rotation with them that the National Weather Service will keep a close look at. But the good news, well, the severe thunderstorm warning for Grant and Saline has also been canceled. So we're out of warnings, which is always a good thing. We still have a few more minutes here. We're going to stay with you for another 5 minutes, and hopefully we'll get a rest from the tornado warnings. Let me take a step back. This is the Little Rock metro area, a little more densely populated area here in central Arkansas with some of the stronger storms. The storms have lessened their intensity over southwest and western Arkansas. Still have a heavy rain threat tonight. Moderate to heavy rain has been occurring over western Arkansas. We've seen 2 to 3 inches of rain over southwest Arkansas, and now we're beginning to see some heavier bursts of rain moving into the Little Rock metro area. Here's Little Rock right now, Pulaski County, and some heavy thunderstorms just to our south. So that is the good news. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Max 2 and provide a little weather update while Nathan updates what he needs to update. Here are the current warnings that we have for you right now. Not much else going on. Thankfully, the warnings have subsided. But let's take a look at live radar. Again, here's the activity. This is Little Rock looking south. Nathan talked about, will this fill back in later with more activity? Some drier air is being wrapped around the center of Beryl, and that's helping cut off a lot of the rain. At least cut off some of the moisture anyway. But from Benton, Sheridan, Pine Bluff, this is the heaviest activity. Arkansas County, that's where we had a warning not long ago. And now we're left with no warnings, but we still have our tornado watch. One good thing, southwest Arkansas counties have been taken out of the tornado watch. We still have a watch till midnight tonight. I will at least be here till midnight. We'll wait and see if Nathan will hang with us till midnight tonight.
I don't think I have a choice, do I?
Well, we'll see. If, we still have other shifts we got to cover these next couple of days. Let's talk about the THV11 weather impact alert. We unveiled it today, it debuted today, and I'd say it was timely because we had a lot of different weather things happening out there, a lot of different weather elements happening out there that would impact your day, including this system. This is now Tropical Depression Beryl. It's going to stay with us, the effects tonight through 1 o'clock Tuesday. And that is my bad right there. Been going quite a bit today. I'll put an O in there, tonight through 1 o'clock Tuesday. The impact, of course, is going to be wind and rain and the possibility of a few tornadoes. Stay weather aware, folks. Got the THV11 app. That's what you're going to need to follow us and stream us, and we'll keep you up to date. You've also got our other platforms, including YouTube and Facebook, and right now, THV11. That's where we are. Let's look at our future radar. This is happening midnight tonight. A lot of heavy rain moving through central Arkansas. We begin to see the focus shift, the center of circulation over south central Arkansas. Tomorrow morning when you wake up with Tracy Bean, she'll have more on the impacts of Hurricane Beryl continuing to move away. I'd say by early afternoon tomorrow, the impacts of Beryl begin to lessen. We'll look for drier air to wrap around, and by the end of the week, we'll return to more July-like numbers with temperatures in the middle 90s. I'll show you those temps coming up here in just a few minutes. Forecast rainfall between now and Wednesday. We could pick up as much
we have
as
another warning.
Another warning, okay.
That's for Jefferson County.
Jefferson County under a tornado warning. All right, so
and it's confirmed.
Oh, it's confirmed. Okay, let's go back to Max 1 here, and we'll have Nathan pull up radar on his end. Jefferson County, all right, and we'll take you a little bit closer. So that just happened. New tornado warning till 11:15 in Jefferson County. This one is confirmed. Looks like it's moving out of Cleveland County into southern Jefferson County. This is going to be just to the west of Pine Bluff and Whitehall, and right along I-530 as it travels up toward Saline County and a portion of also looks like Lonoke County. Let's take a look at radar, or at least our wind field here, and see if we can find the couplet responsible. And that would be right here, just north of 79 and south of Highway 54. Cell is moving to the northwest. Do you have the particulars on this, Nathan?
And there is certainly a debris signature with this as well.
Okay.
So this is on the ground at this time. Let's go over to Storm Track 11 because we have a better look at what's happening with the radar picking up the debris on Storm Track 11. Once again, we are looking at similar shapes on Storm Track 11. If we can go to that, guys. Because we have the radar picking up debris
Storm Track
very close to Faith into southwestern areas of Jefferson County. So
there you go.
This is a indication that the radar is picking up debris that's being launched well up into the atmosphere. It could be trees, it could be tree limbs, it could be pieces of buildings. We don't know, of course, but if you're watching us in this area of southwest Jefferson County, we now have a confirmed tornado just to the west of the community of Faith, and that is going to be along Highway 79. Let's go back over now to maps and we'll put on some roads here. So we have Highway 54, Samuel Road, Providence Road. If any of these areas sound familiar to you, you have a dangerous cell that has quickly rotated and has now produced a tornado that is radar confirmed moving through southwestern areas of Jefferson County. It's headed towards Highway 190, Darrysall, and the community of Prague also included in this tornado warning. Whitehall, you are just on the edge of the tornado warning. There's Highway 270 up through Walnut Ridge, Cane Creek, and this tornado warning goes all the way up to East End. Also in the parts of Pulaski County. If there is sirens going off in other parts of Saline County, you're not under tornado warning for this particular cell. It is for East End and that small sliver of Saline County, and then also getting into Wrightsville, Rottaken, Woodson, and Hensley into Pulaski County. But this one is a little more urgent because, once again, we do have confirmed tornado according to radar data that we're getting in, and the National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued not only a tornado warning, but also a confirmed tornado warning.
Yeah, certainly some bad news here. If you live west of Sulphur Springs, along, what was the highway again? Highway, was it 59? Was that the highway, Nathan? We zoom in.
I'll zoom in. I think it was 79, 54.
Yeah, 79, 54 and north. Very compact area here of rotation. It may not last long, but you know, that's what we've been talking about all night. These things flare up, get a warning, and then they move away. So Jefferson County, you're under the gun, western parts of Jefferson County. If you know where Sulphur Springs is located, between Sulphur Springs and Grapevine is actually west of the area. This cell is lifting to the northwest, 25 to 30 miles per hour. It's going to be riding along Highway 54 in no time. And then if you live between 54 and Highway 190 here in Jefferson County, looks like it may cross over into Grant County before making it back up to around East End and Pulaski, Saline County area. But here are some communities: Doylestown, Prague, and Cedar Grove, or Prague here in Arkansas. 1051, 1054, there are some locations right here that are going to be in the path of this tornado. And again, radar confirmed means that we can take a look at our tornado debris signature, and we did. We saw some debris being kicked up high into the atmosphere, and radar was picking up on that. So I would imagine that the Weather Service has got a good handle on this, and they'll know more tomorrow. But if you live along Highway 54 west of Sulphur Springs, that's where the circulation is currently located. And as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, I think this is the only warning now that we have that was issued just a moment ago for parts of Jefferson County, as well as Saline, and even parts of Pulaski and Grant counties. That's until 11:15. We had hoped that we could get finished or get through the night without any more, but that's simply not the case. Debris detector, now we're seeing debris along Highway 54. It looks to me like this tornado is still occurring and is currently on the ground and causing some damage, whether it's trees or homes. Let's hope it's not homes. Let's hope that if you're in the path of this storm, that you are taking cover immediately. The name of this road is Providence Road. This storm is going to ride along Providence Road here in Jefferson County. If you live at 54 in Providence Road, you're going to be in the path of this tornado as it lifts to the north. This is not just a possible tornado. This is a radar confirmed tornado. Lifting north-northwest at about 25 to 30 miles an hour. Providence Church is a location. If you know about Providence Church, you've also got Highway 190, that's just north of Providence Church. There's a little road here that we just called out. Cedar Branch Church. We're throwing some locations, some familiar landmarks. Barnes School, just a little off to the north and east. But the center of circulation moving over Highway 54 as the cell moves out of western parts of Jefferson County and may straddle Jefferson and Grant County before going up to Saline and Pulaski County. Nathan?
All right, Tom, that is the one warning we have in effect, but certainly is very concerning, happening at night. And now that we have a confirmed tornado, which means this tornado is doing damage, picking up trees, picking up tree limbs, sending it well into the atmosphere, enough that the radar beam is picking it up. And the radar beam in this part of Jefferson County is about 3,000 feet above the surface. So that is definitely a concern. And when we take a look at the winds within this cell, break down the velocity, this is still showing a rotation couplet moving through that part of the area. We'll go ahead and rewind this once again. This picked up very quickly, and it did not take very long at all to develop. It started to form around, looks like Kedron, and then it started to really ramp up. You see that couplet develop right there along Highway 79, and where that green showed up, I think that's where they started to see a confirmation of a tornado just to the west of the community of Faith. The latest scan has certainly dropped off somewhat, but these cells cycle up, they cycle down. So if you are in this tornado warning polygon, Sulphur Springs, Darrysall, Prague, Highway 270, all the way up through Walnut Ridge, Cane Creek, Orion into Saline County, and also into parts of Pulaski County, including Sardis, East End, Woodson, Hensley, still be in your safe place. And even if this tornado warning is allowed to cancel early, still be prepared to take your tornado precautions, because this can certainly cycle up once again. Got some wind moving through Cane Creek right now. That is certainly a area of some gusty winds moving from Belfast, Cane Creek into southern areas, southeastern areas of Saline County. That one's not rotation, but just a rush of wind ahead of this line of very heavy rainfall that continues to spread its way to the north and northeast. But the one tornado warning in effect still at this moment is for Jefferson County. And technically it goes until 11:15. We still have that signature. Let's go over to Storm Track 11 now. And that signature we have, looks like, lost a little bit of it, but
yeah,
we're just going to rewind this here, Tom, because you see that signature just pops up where that color change is. So where you see the green right there, that's where the tornado just started to hit the ground according to the radar. And then where the blues show up, that is more shapes that the radar is detecting, that is just all different types of shapes. That's what this tool is. It's detecting shapes of materials going up to the atmosphere. And when you have colors of green and blue, that indicates that we're seeing different shapes going up into the atmosphere that the radar is detecting. We're losing some of that, but it also might be a little bit noise, as if there's something still happening, it's going to be right along the border of Jefferson County entering into Grant County. It's right there. So even you folks in Sheridan, just watch out. You're not included in this tornado warning at this time, but still be on your guard.
Yeah, National Weather Service talking a little bit about that, saying that the circulation has weakened significantly, but we're still picking up this debris dropout here. And there's the border between Jefferson and Grant County. If it continues its path, it is going to get close to the Sheridan area. Let me just say this, if you're up watching this evening, a tornado warning on the upper end of that is for Pulaski County, but it's for the southern or extreme southern tip of Pulaski County. Not Little Rock Metro, not yet. We hope that it doesn't come to that. But that is the one cell that we're looking at. This is a debris detector. Lots of colors on the map. It can be very confusing. But what we're looking at is debris that's being lifted and tossed into the atmosphere. And this color scheme tells us that I know it looks like little rectangular boxes, but tells us there may be some debris up in the sky, which means that a tornado has occurred in this area. Continuing to lift to the north. Let's go ahead and go back to Max 1 if we can. There you go. Nathan has put a tornado on where the debris is being picked up along Highway 54. You've got the border of Grant County, Jefferson County. System is lifting, or the storm is lifting to the north at about 35 miles an hour. There's Darrysaw, Arkansas. And now you lose a little bit of the identity. It's kind of hard to pick up if you have any more debris to be had there. So with that, why don't we try to find a couplet? Let's go to our velocity wind mode and see if we can find where the couplet is, and that will help identify. It looks like it's around Highway 190. That's south and southeast of Darrysaw. Here's Highway 54, moving over into the Grant County area. Here's our tornado warned polygon. And I know it's a lot of colors to look at, a lot of different things going on there. And again, yeah, it's a little more difficult, Nathan, to pick up. Back it up and we'll see. There's the initial area moving over 54 to the northeast. And
I'd say it's close to Highway 190.
Now it's about Highway 190.
And I think that matches up with Storm Track 11.
Okay, good. Just a little difficult to find, a little difficult to pick out there. Okay, this is southern parts of, this is part of Jefferson County. It is near Sulphur Springs, actually west of Sulphur Springs now, along Highway 190. There's Darrysaw, Arkansas right there. Grant County, Jefferson County, lifting to the north. A little bit of Pulaski and a little bit of Lonoke County also included in this latest tornado warned storm. Again, one of our other concerns tonight is going to be some heavy rain that is going to occur with these storms as they lift to the north. Looking around central Arkansas, there you go. There's your polygon, southern and southeastern Saline County. That does include East End and also the very southern part of Pulaski County. I don't hear any warning sirens going off in Pulaski County. Has anybody heard any warning sirens? That's probably a good thing. Just a very small part of that does not include the Little Rock metro area. So that's what we have going on here tonight. Still a dropout where the circulation was, according to the Weather Service. Okay, they're still going to track the debris at this point. New flash flood warning is going to come up for Grant, Saline, Pulaski, and Jefferson County. So there's the other hazard for the night tonight. And it's a lot of rain falling as this band of rain lifts to the north. Pulaski County is going to get a lot of rain here in the next hour or so. Nathan?
Yeah, Tom, I'm looking at Storm Track 11 now, and we can just take it full. That's fine. We'll go back a few scans here.
Yeah.
To really see exactly how this evolved. And once again, it happened quick. So Storm Track 11, let's take it full. And you can see this bullseye of green right on the border of Cleveland County and Jefferson County. And look what happens going throughout scan by scan. So there's the yellow. When we say there's yellow, that usually indicates there's going to be something happening very shortly, or if there's already not something happening in terms of a tornado reaching the ground. You still see that green show up along with that debris signature that we were looking at earlier, and now we're starting to see the blues even fade away. So to me, this has really started to lose, and there's the latest update. It has lost all of its steam, but it happened fast. And that's the scary part of the overnight situation, Tom, because there was no tornado warning. When the tornado warning was already issued, it was already almost too late for folks to be notified. This band of rain is moving into Pulaski County, Lonoke County, Saline County, and into also Prairie County. So be on your guard, be prepared for tornado warnings to possibly be issued here with little to no time to react. So I would just have your safe place ready to go just in case if you have to get there in a short amount of time. Tom.
All right, let's do this real quick. Let's go to Max 2. Let me run you through again what we're expecting for the rest of the night in terms of rainfall. We've got a THV11 weather impact alert that covers us up for the rest of the night tonight and tomorrow. Heavy rain, possibility of tornadoes. Finishing this up, this is what we expect between now and Wednesday at 10:30. Amounts of rain could be 2 to 5 inches in some places. Wouldn't be surprised if in some of these areas of magenta that we picked up a little bit more. Heavy rain still to come as the track of Beryl goes across southwest central, then finally northeast Arkansas, getting out of the way tomorrow. If you need to know what's going to be happening the rest of the week with these weather impact alerts, we still have one for Tuesday because of Beryl. Now, as we look down the road, the extreme heat begins to come back into play. We'll have a lot of moisture around, so a lot of humidity to deal with. And when you have that along with air temperatures in the middle to upper 90s, would not be surprised if we issued another weather impact alert somewhere down the line here toward the end of the week heading into your weekend. Again, it's weather that impacts your day. It can be disruptive weather. It can be what we call nuisance weather or hazardous or dangerous weather. Those are just some of the criteria. That does include extreme heat and humidity as well as what we've had going on here tonight. Severe weather, flash flooding, all impacting, you. And weather impacts us, whether it's good or not, on a daily basis. Okay, let's go back to Max 1, live winds mode. Let's take another little trip here in central Arkansas. We don't want to leave you just yet because we still have some impactful weather out there around central Arkansas with storms beginning to move into central parts of the state now. Looks like a big gust of wind near Sardis with thunderstorms lifting from south to north. A bright blue area would indicate a gust of wind coming out, some straight line wind there. Earlier tonight, we were looking at an area of spin moving over northern Pulaski County. National Weather Service was keeping a close eye on that, as were we. We identified that moving through Pulaski, and that's going to be the case. We'll have a few more of these cells that will wrap around our main center of circulation in the form of now Tropical Depression Beryl. Nathan, if you wouldn't mind, would you take us back to a statewide vantage point? Let's take a look at radar. And I'll walk everybody through what you're looking at tonight. I know that the severe weather, it's hard to say severe weather in July, but here we go. Here we go. Notice that the rain that we had over south central Arkansas has let up quite a bit. Maybe it's because we're getting some drier air wrapping around the backside of Tropical Depression Beryl. And on the northern and western side, we still have to deal with some moderate to heavy rainfall. Rain continues north central, northwest Arkansas, the River Valley. This heavier band of rain now moving into Saline and Pulaski County. It's about to get loud here, folks. One thing I've seen and I've noticed is that there doesn't seem to be as much lightning with these thunderstorms as we were seeing earlier this evening, and hopefully that's a good sign. However, what we've also seen are some of these thunderstorms, albeit maybe just call them a shower, that have produced some wind. Okay, flash flood warning has just come down for Grant, Jefferson, Pulaski, and Saline counties, and that flood warning is going to last until 2 o'clock in the morning. And there you go. Nathan on the spot with the flash flood warning graphics. There you go. Here are the flood alerts. That does include Saline, Pulaski, parts of Jefferson, Grant County. We're going to see very heavy rainfall begin to develop in this area in the next couple of hours, if not already occurring in your area. This is going to last till 2 o'clock. There's another flood warning area in Garland, Hot Spring, Clark, Dallas County, down to Washita counties, and that's in effect till 12:45 tonight. But the good news is we can pass along, knock on wood, all the tornado warnings have been allowed to expire. Now we're going to deal with some heavy thunderstorms and some very heavy rain, so we do have the flooding part of this now that we're going to deal with. All right, it is 10 minutes in front of 11 o'clock. We're going to stay with you just a little bit longer. Why don't we stay with you till 11? Let's walk you through what else is going on. We have had reports of a confirmed tornado here that Nathan has put on the map. And we've also had a report of a tornado, let's see, that was near Sparkman in Dallas County. We're going to take you a little bit closer. There you go, Sparkman in Dallas County. That from earlier this evening. We had a picture sent to us by a THV11 viewer. Here are the details. Picture from viewer in Sparkman. This was around 7 o'clock, down some trees, maybe even a little property damage there. And here's that picture from Lynn. Man, Lynn, thank you for providing this with us, for us, and also for the National Weather Service. They'll use this to go and look at their the destruction tomorrow or the damage that is around. So thank you, Lynn. We've had other reports of tornadoes in southwest Arkansas. Notice South and southwest Arkansas beginning to dry out a bit. The tornado watch has been allowed to expire. We still have a tornado watch until midnight tonight for a good part of central Arkansas. And if we have anything, it may come from this cluster of storms, this band of storms moving from Grant County, Jefferson County northward into Pulaski, Saline, and Lonoke counties. Getting just some heavy rainfall right now. Thankfully, we hope that the severe weather threat will lessen a little bit. We're not looking at tornado warnings, but flash flooding is certainly a concern. And Nathan, I'm sure that if we have a product we can pull up that would show estimated rainfall amounts this evening from the last 6 hours or so as the system has moved into the state. We'll pull that up here in just a minute or two, but take a look around. Searcy getting some moderate to heavy rain. There's the lightning once again. I guess it came back. Okay. Strong thunderstorm, Jefferson County, Saline County, Pulaski. It probably never went away. Here are the rainfall totals since midnight. Notice that Texarkana's picked up 3 3/4 of an inch. Arkadelphia a little over 2 inches. Here in Little Rock, we've only picked up 0.17 of an inch, but some of the heavier rainfall amounts in Fort Smith, Mount Ida, Hot Springs, El Dorado, and I think we're going to see even more rain. I don't think 0.05 of an inch is right in Camden. I think they picked up more than that. Look for the corridor of the heaviest rainfall to really evolve tonight and early tomorrow morning.
Let's go over to Storm Track 11. I'm going to switch over to radar while you're talking about that so we can get everything lined up here.
Sounds good. Okay, there's Storm Track 11. We're looking at radar tonight from Storm Track. You see the green outlines of the flood warnings that we have, and there's that band of strong thunderstorms that is occurring in Jefferson County, Grant County, extending over into Saline County, lifting to the north, and should be getting closer here to the Little Rock metro area. Kevin, why don't we take a camera shot outside? We're seeing a lot of lightning here in the downtown Little Rock area. Why don't we take our camera from the top of the big bank buildings downtown Little Rock, our view 11. If you don't mind there, Perry or Roger, whoever's wet, there you go. This is looking west, and notice you'll see a lot of lightning with those thunderstorms approaching the downtown Little Rock metro area, where we're not under a warning, thankfully, but it's 10:53. Might as well stay with it tonight since these storms are beginning to enter the Little Rock area, Little Rock metro area, and will impact a lot of folks out there. So we'll keep an eye on this for you. And Nathan's working on the rainfall graphics that we have for the last 6 hours or so, and it kind of matches up with the corridor of the heaviest rain. You're looking at radar estimates around 4 to 5 inches in those darker shaded magenta colors on either side, 2 to 3 inches of rain. And you get into western parts of Pulaski County, you get 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. So getting a lot of rain out of this, Nathan.
Yeah, Tom, as expected, the models were definitely showing the potential. More off to the west, though. It was more weather trends showing the potential into the Ouachitas and just to the west of Little Rock. But it looks like the belt of heaviest rain as of right now is right along Interstate 30 and headed for Little Rock. So we're going to see some heavy rain here. It's about to move into downtown very shortly. When we take a look at the live radar, we have those really darker oranges and reds showing up, so it is about to let loose here in downtown Little Rock very shortly. This is torrential rain happening into Saline County, entering into Pulaski County, stretching its way into Jefferson County, and then things really quiet down. Once you get past this band of very heavy rain, lightning and thunder, it has really been much more settled into South Arkansas and Southeast Arkansas. So you might be done with the rain into that part of the state. It looks like the worst weather is now moving through Pulaski County, Saline County, Jefferson County, Arkansas County, lifting its way into Lonoke County, Prairie County, eventually in White County and Woodruff County. And then it's more of a steady, lighter rain, but still moderate at times, to the west into Yell County, Scott County, Polk County, Montgomery County, and this will all eventually make its way off to the north and northeast. So heavy rain moving into Pulaski County right now, and then it'll become lighter, but the rain extends all the way down through Arkadelphia and even towards Prescott. So the rain will continue here, most likely in Little Rock Metro through the course of the overnight. We'll see a drying trend happen for tomorrow morning. South Arkansas, you may not see any more rain going through the rest of the overnight as some drier air is certainly wrapping around the system. The center is into southwest Arkansas, so the dry air is really starting to take over for the southeastern quadrant of this system. Meanwhile, the east and northeast quadrant of the system, that's still the dirty side, and that's why we have the potential of still tornado warnings to continue into the next 1 to 2 hours, I would say. There's no more mesoscale discussions from the Storm Prediction Center as of right now, so they may allow the tornado watch to not be extended past midnight. Something we'll certainly keep you updated on going into the next hour or so, but hopefully the atmosphere is becoming a little more stabilized and the tornado threat is starting to drop off a little more than what we were having. And as I say that...
Another tornado warning, I was going to say. This one's in Jefferson County too, Nathan, so we'll take you there.
That's the same one that did have that confirmed tornado with it.
I believe so. This is until 11:30 tonight for parts of Jefferson County. Let me get the other counties. Jefferson, Lone Oak, Pulaski, and Saline County. So there we go. There it is. And it's currently located north of Whitehall. And there's the cone, or there's the, I shouldn't say the cone. The cone is with the tropical systems. This is our polygon. And you can see it does take up a good part of northern Jefferson County, a little bit there of Grant County. You've got Lone Oak, Pulaski counties as well. And it looks like a little piece of Saline County. So another tornado warning has been issued, just when we thought we're out of it. Let's hope that this one doesn't last long and it doesn't cause too much of a fuss. Now we can go back to our velocity mode and see if we can pick up the wind with this particular storm, if possible.
So that's a different cell, actually. It's more to the
This one's
east.
A little wet. To the east? Okay, yeah, still to the east. That's right. I'm all turned around with all these directions tonight because it's just been a different night altogether, folks. Here you go, little community, Pastoria. There's an area of concern right there, the spin. And off to the west, you've got Jefferson, 365, 530. There's Samples, Arkansas. So this is on the eastern side of the interstate. Haywood, Sherrill, Arkansas to the north is right. This is going to lift to the north and will impact places like Plum Bayou and down the road and up the road, I should say, gets close to, let's say, Woodson, Hensley, and Wrightsville. Those locations are in Pulaski County. But there's our area of concern, some spin that has prompted watching Dennis and the folks over at the Weather Service. They were keeping a close eye on this area as well. This is a part of that arm, that feeder band that's lifting to the north. Here's Nathan putting the track on it, and here's who's in the path. At 11:06, it's right. It's Bredlow Corner at 11:18, and Wampu at 11:20, and 11:27, Estes.
I'm not familiar with that community.
I am not either. But those of you that live in that community, hopefully, if you're watching this tonight, you're in your safe place by now with a tornado warning that was just posted, and these folks are in the path of that storm. Not a confirmed one like the last one, but strong enough rotation that has prompted the National Weather Service to issue a new tornado warning. This is out of Jefferson County. You go a little farther north into Lone Oak and Pulaski. Let's take a little bit of a broader scope here, just to give folks at home an idea of where we're talking about here in Jefferson County. You got Jefferson, you've got Grant, Saline, and Pulaski County. And here we go. Yeah, there you go. There's Little Rock. Here's Pine Bluff. And here's our feeder band that is lifting to the north and near the Whitehall area. The warning lifting to the northwest and will make its way eventually into southern parts of
And it has
Pulaski
been
County.
confirmed. You saw that polygon change from a red to a maroon color.
It did go confirmed on us. Okay.
So they're saying, I was looking at this earlier, just a minute or so. There looks like a debris signature forming with this one as well. As we zoom in, it's very close to Pastoria. So we're going to put the tornado icon right here, and that's where there is a confirmed tornado now, with the radar likely picking up debris being launched by this tornado to the east of Samples, very close to the community of Pastoria, right along Earl Chadwick Road.
Yep.
And it's going to continue to push its way close to Wright. So that's right along the Arkansas River for the most part.
If you live in Wright and Plum Bayou, folks that are just to the north of that circulation, here's Redfield. Along Highway 365, this cell looks like it's going to split right between you. Follow the Arkansas River heading toward northern Jefferson County into southern parts of Pulaski and Lonoke counties. And again, tornado debris signature, meaning that we're seeing debris, which means a tornado has definitely reached ground, and that's why the Weather Service went with the type of tornado warning that they went with, that confirmed tornado. So another tornado tonight, and I hope it doesn't last long. It is a part of that last strong feeder band moving into central Arkansas that has some very heavy rain. If you live in Earl or along Earl Chadwick Road in Pastoria, it's just to your west, and it's moving to the west-northwest along the Arkansas River. I would imagine there are some homes along the river that, you get up toward Pulaski County, they got a lot of homes in Scott along the river. So here in Jefferson County, probably the same way. Hopefully you are getting into your safe place. Nathan, it looks a little more impressive that we may have more debris here.
Yeah, it's interesting, Tom, because it's not showing up too well on the Storm Track 11 rotation tool, like what we saw with the past signatures. We're not seeing that little bullseye of green, but with that said, we do still have a certainly lowering of the CC, indicating that chance that this is a tornado debris signature over very close to Pastoria.
So if you have family in Pastoria, if you are around the Pastoria area, this confirmed tornado is just to your west, riding along the Arkansas River in Jefferson County. Nathan is giving you an idea of where this tornado could be located. You get radar confirmed tornadoes because of what's being kicked up into the atmosphere by storms that touch ground. They pull up trees, tree limbs, leaves, you name it, and kick it way up high into the atmosphere. So the radar sees that, sees certain shapes. And that's what we've got with this storm here. Tornado warning, Jefferson County. That also extends into parts of Lonoke and Pulaski and a little sliver of Saline County.
And that band of heavy rain, Tom, has now made its way into downtown Little Rock. Certainly torrential rain moving into the region. There's the band of heavy rain stretching from Jefferson County into Pulaski County, Saline County, and it has made its way into downtown Little Rock. So now the rain's going to pick up in intensity. We have that flash flood warning that has been issued until 2 o'clock in the morning, just because with all this rain in a short amount of time, it's going to run off and go into the nearest tributaries, smaller creeks and streams. So we have to be on our guard for the flash flooding potential. Along with that, we are still watching also this chance of a tornado still maintaining its strength, moving through parts of Jefferson County. This does not include Whitehall. It does not include Pine Bluff. It is well to the north of you. But if you're watching us in northwest Jefferson County, Redfield, Wright, Plum Bayou, and pretty close to Tucker, and even very close to Sherrill, you're not in the tornado warning necessarily. It's just to the west of you. There's certainly a little appendage here with this cell as it pushes its way through that part of Jefferson County. Looking at the debris signature, seeing if we still see a lowering of the CC, and it looks like it's still there, still over very close to Pastoria. So this tells the meteorologists that the radar is picking up debris being launched by the tornado that is likely on the ground. Can we specifically say that this is a tornado and how confident we are? The National Weather Service is pretty confident that there is something hitting the ground at this time and producing this lowering of the CC. So you have to take this seriously, Pastoria. You've got the rotation. It's right over you. The tornado happening very close to you. It's going to be continue to push its way towards Highway 256 along Earl Chadwick Road, and then also as it continues to move off to the north, Wright is in the next line of fire with this confirmed tornado moving through Jefferson County. If it holds together, it will enter into Pulaski County. The last one did not make it. This one may not make it as well, but still take your tornado precautions if you're watching us in this area with the tornado warning polygon. And that includes southern parts of Pulaski County and also into that area of northwest Jefferson County. There's the polygon warning for all the cities involved and all the communities involved. It is a confirmed tornado warning. It's not a likely tornado warning. That's why the color is different. And hopefully it will disappear soon. But looking at the winds within this cell as we analyze this storm, nothing is screaming out to me that it's a tight coupling, except right there potentially. But also let me make sure this is not the actual polygon either, Tom. I'm going to look over at Storm Track 11 real quick, and we'll look at that and to see if that rotation is still showing up right there. It's not really significant. I mean, it's hard to find. I'm going to rewind this here, Tom, and you can go ahead and just take Tom full screen, and I'll just kind of go over what happened, like right there.
Right there. You can see that the tightening up, that couplet tightened up right there. And that's to the northeast of Whitehall.
And it looks like it's gone.
Yeah, looks like it has. As they have been doing tonight, they've been hitting hard, and then they've been diffusing, and then they've been redeveloping. But the National Weather Service is keeping this tornado warning on this storm for right now. It continues to lift. The cell continues to lift to the north. We're getting the heavy rain effects outside here in the Little Rock area. Again, tonight we have had several confirmed tornadoes. We've had radar confirmed. We've had visual confirmation. We've had pictures sent in. Thank you for doing that for us. You can submit your photos to 501-376-1111. Text them over to us. Tell us who you are and where you are from. We appreciate it, but we don't want you to get in harm's way. That's not a part of this. As soon as the storm is passed, if you feel like it, you can do that. It's not a requirement, but we do appreciate you helping us out tonight. Back to what we've got. This is our debris detector once again, and we're looking for any debris that may have been kicked up. And of course, this is what we were looking at just a second ago. This is near Earl Chadwick Road. Nathan, with the debris detector, that's about all we've seen, right? This is it. A confirmed lifting to the north. Looks like it's
almost like a northeast direction.
Yeah. Joe T. Hensley Road at Earl Chadwick Road. If it's still holding together here, if we still have something here. Looks like it's moving more northeast. I can hear the wind and the rain outside in the weather garden really begin to pick up. Wouldn't be surprised if we had a little hail out of it, but more likely some wind and some very heavy rainfall, torrential rain falling outside here in Little Rock as we're beginning to see this feeder band move across this area of rain and thunder. All right, let's go back to our 1 hour wind loop. We're still looking for that velocity mode. This is what we are looking at. Go back to Max 1, please. He's getting there. All right. Max 1. There you go. Thank you so much. All right, there it is. This is the tornado warning that remains in effect for Jefferson County. There's Lone Oak. You've got Pulaski County here as well. This area lifting to the northwest. We're also seeing an area of heavy rain lift into the downtown Little Rock area with some pretty proficient gusts of winds as well. This is our wind loop. And putting this into motion, this cell may have, it looks like they've canceled the tornado warning for Grant and Saline, but it continues for Jefferson, Lone Oak, and Pulaski. So Grant and Saline have been taken out, but Jefferson, Lone Oak, and Pulaski County remain in that tornado warning.
So they shifted it.
Yeah, they just moved it.
Yeah, they shifted it farther to the east because we were seeing that like deviant motion. Something is still there. I mean, it's hard to detect if there's something happening right now. It's going to be very close to right. But with this motion, I mean, it may try to push into Lone Oak County, right along the border of Pulaski County and Lone Oak County. So England, just be on your guard. Also Keogh, you are under that tornado warning. England, you're not necessarily under the tornado warning, but it's going to be a close call as we're watching this rotation continue to push its way through. I think for the most part here into the Little Rock Metro, once this band of heavy rain moves out, our tornado threat will start to diminish rapidly because there's nothing happening behind this line. This is really the leading edge of the worst weather that we've seen so far from this system, and it's certainly packing a punch with some very heavy rainfall, lightning, thunder, some gusty winds, along with that tornado potential. So this will continue to lift its way off to the north. So Lone Oak County, Prairie County, White County, be on your guard for the potential. You could have tornado warnings out there. We have that tornado watch in effect until midnight. Still, even after midnight, I would have a way of getting several warning notifications to wake you up in case a tornado warning is issued. Down to the south there, things have really started to settle down much quieter south of Pine Bluff. Nothing going on. Fordyce, Star City, Monticello, Hampton, Camden, all the activity is pretty much right along Interstate 30, and we got the drier air wrapping around this system as we've got the rain and all this circulating around the center, which is pretty close to Texarkana, so everything is going counterclockwise, and this dry air is really taking over the southern half of the state, and that will end the chance of, I think, heavy rain and maybe rainfall all together for that part of Arkansas. But right now, we are still watching this tornado warning in effect. It's a brand new tornado warning until 11:30, and it does include, once again, Plum Bayou, Wright. You still see a little indication, a little pocket right there, a little appendage very close to Wright. When we take a look at the winds, we're still watching that potential of rotation certainly showing up pretty close to Wright. It's very broad in nature. Let's go over to Storm Track 11. I'm going to take a look at the debris detector on Storm Track 11 to see if we're watching for that potential of the radar picking up debris on Storm Track 11. We'll rewind it here a few scans because there it was right there, very close to in between Jefferson and Sherrill, where you see that tornado warning icon. And as we advance it here, that debris signature has gotten more mixed in with the noise. Is it still there? I can't say it is, and I don't think that the National Weather Service is really saying too much in the form of exactly where the debris signature is located either. So they're watching things very closely. They may allow the tornado warning to get canceled early, but still, just be smart, take your tornado precautions. If you're in this area of Jefferson County, especially Wright, Plum Bayou, and into that part of northwest Jefferson County. Back over to Storm Track 11, or excuse me, Max. We're on Storm Track 11.
Okay, there we are.
It's a lot to keep up with, Tom. Lots to keep up with.
I know it. I know it.
And we'll just go ahead and take a look at the wide range, and I'll put this into motion, Tom, and if you want to discuss more, if you want to continue for me to talk,
sure.
It is your call, sir.
Go right ahead. Take a little break there, drink a little water, and we'll do a little radar roundup right now with our 1 hour radar loop. If you'll hit the loop button on that, I would appreciate it. There we go. There's the warning for Jefferson County into Pulaski County, Lonoke County. It's the only warning we have. The band of heaviest rain and thunder now moving into Pulaski County. Notice how it cuts off. You get a little farther south. May fill in a little bit here, but could also be getting some of the drier air wrapping around what's left of Tropical Storm Beryl. Notice most of the rain, heavy pockets of rain now shifting over northern and north central Arkansas. But the heaviest activity that we have that we're keeping a close eye on is happening here in the central part of the state. Did they just cancel it?
They did.
Okay. All right. Debris signature and circulation dissipated. Canceled the tornado warning. Okay, we'll do this for a little while longer and hope that we don't get another warning. I know it's been a long night. A lot of you wondering, can I go to bed yet? We will try to answer that question. I think if you live pretty much southwest of Little Rock, the watches have been eliminated here. Till midnight tonight is where we have a tornado watch in effect for the Little Rock metro area. But western Arkansas, southwestern Arkansas have been lifted. There's that pocket of heavy rain and thunderstorms moving through Pulaski, Lonoke, now Jefferson County. Notice how quickly the rain cuts off here. This is a loop over the last 1 hour, so it's lifting away pretty quickly now. A little bit more along I-30, Arkadelphia with Plano rain. Some cells that do bear watching here in eastern Arkansas. We have had a couple of warnings. There was one warning in Arkansas County that went away. It was a tornado warning. And now in central Arkansas, we're looking at just plain old heavy rain for right now. North central Arkansas, we're looking at heavy rain showers again tonight. Flash flooding is a possibility, along with some wind speeds of around 15 to 30 miles per hour. Tropical depression Beryl, responsible for this, impacting concerns tonight, impacting our plans for the night tonight. And that's why earlier today, around 5 o'clock, we issued a THV11 weather impact alert. You're going to hear more about weather impact alerts in the coming days. Something new with THV11. What these alerts do is help you plan your day. It could be something like this, some dangerous weather that's happening tonight with the possibility of tornadoes and flash flooding, or it could be extreme heat and humidity. Later in the week, we are going to see the return of the heat, and with all the humidity from the leftover rain, it's going to feel really hot outside. You could have heat index values back out over 105 degrees for a lot of locations. So you combine that with mid-90s and heat index values above 105, we may be issuing weather impact alerts for the extreme heat. We have criteria. We'll be talking more about that in the coming days as well. But this is our first weather impact alert for tropical depression Beryl now, which was tropical storm Beryl. Okay, so with that explanation, here we are. We're still looking at some heavy rain. Here are the flood alerts that we have. Flash flood warnings now in effect till 12:45 for Garland, Hot Spring, Clark, Dallas County, Washita counties, and this area till 2 o'clock that includes Little Rock, Sheridan, Benton, and even Pine Bluff. Jefferson County, Grant County, Saline, and Pulaski County under flash flood warnings until 2 o'clock in the morning. Flooding is definite here with a lot of very heavy rain. We've had some heavy rain move through downtown Little Rock. So those are the flood alerts. Right now, our tornado warnings have been allowed to expire. They have gone away. We'll keep an eye on things. Here it is, 11:17. We still have this area in central Arkansas. Why don't we do one more velocity scan, Nathan, and see if we have any areas of any couplets that might be developing before we call it an evening. And there's one there in northern Jefferson County here, and that's about it from what I can see. And I'm sure that these are being watched very carefully by the Weather Service. Northern Jefferson County now, that would take a track toward England if it were indeed, if a warning were indeed placed on it. So we'll keep an eye on that, Northern Jefferson County, and that is pretty much about it, other than the heavy rain that we have. All of the tornado warnings have been allowed to expire, but as soon as I say that, you watch. We're looking at that storm north of, I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm going to get it wrong, though. Gethsemane. Does that sound right, Nathan?
Let me consult the pronunciation guide here.
Consult the pronunciation guide. We Gethsemane in northern Jefferson County. There's a couplet here, an area of concern along Highway 31. Sometimes they say these things.
Looks right to me.
I get one right?
Yes.
I saw a thumbs up from somebody. Who was that?
That's Rolly. Rolly's
Rolly.
still here.
Get that right, Rolly. Okay, thank you. Northward to Tomberlin, Coy, Arkansas. You're getting into southern parts of Lonoke County, England. This would be the only area of concern other than the heavy rain, and that's tightening up there, Nathan. There's the warning. Yep, tornado warning has just been issued for that area, northern Jefferson County into Lonoke County. Oh my goodness. All right, I'll have to give you the specifics on that. Northern Jefferson, Lonoke County, tornado warning, southwestern Lonoke or in central Arkansas, and north central Jefferson County for what we were just talking about, that couplet there that's tightening up along Highway 31. It's a radar indicated rotation. No confirmation with it just yet, but it is lifting north and it's going to ride along 31. If it holds together, it's going to affect communities along Highway 31. Tomberlin, you've got Coy, upwards to Blakemore if it holds together. They've been occurring quickly and they've been dying out. So there we go. There's Gethsemane. It's to your north, and this continues to move away to the north at about 25 miles per hour. There you go. And Nathan will put here's live winds, our velocity mode, and there's our area of concern right there. It's just to the east of Tucker, Arkansas. We'll put a track on it, and it's moving to the northwest at about 25. Here are the locations that are going to be impacted. Again, Tomberlin, Coy, and Blakemore in Lonoke County. Nathan?
I'm going to do it again, Tom, and shift the path a little bit farther to the west to include England.
All right.
Because England is in the path of this.
Sure.
So I'm sure the tornado sirens are going off in England. If you're watching us in the city of England, you want to definitely go ahead and take your tornado precautions. just in case this holds together. Once again, we have been dealing with these very rapid spin-ups. Doesn't give you much lead time whatsoever, but we have a situation where we are still watching these storms maintain their strength, spin up very quickly, and the rotation can produce a quick tornado with little to no warning. Let me try this again. Apparently it's not trying to get the City of England for timing, so let me just go out here a little bit. We'll just say 11:33 for England. So England, we're going to give you until probably over the next 10 minutes for this rotation to get closer to you folks. And there you see some other locations. Keo may be a little bit stretched since that path is a little more to the north-northwest than I think what the rotation is going to be moving towards. But we have this band of heavy rain, so you're not going to see the tornado. Of course, it's nighttime with the lightning flashes. Even that, it is embedded within very heavy rainfall. So you will have heavy rain, and then if there's a tornado embedded within the heavy rain, the winds will pick up very quickly and it will pass very quickly. The rain has really picked up here in downtown Little Rock. Once this band moves through, your threat of a tornado, I think, is pretty much done through the overnight. So this is really the area we have to watch out for, right along this band of heavy torrential rain happening through Pulaski County, Lono County, entering into Prairie County, and eventually also into White County. We have that tornado warning in effect. It is a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. Nothing has been confirmed. We're not seeing any debris signature at this time. I'm taking a look at Storm Track 11. It's a little mixed messaging right now. We'll continue to watch that very closely. But if you're watching us in England, here's some other communities: Pettis, Blakemore, Coy, Tomberlin, and then, of course, Gethsemane into Jefferson County, all under the threat that there could be a quick tornado at any moment. Looking at the winds, we're looking for that couplet. There's certainly a couplet right there, just to the west of Highway 31. So Tomberlin along Highway 15, and in between Highway 15 and Highway 31, that's where a tornado may happen at any moment. That includes Burgess Road, also getting into Lloyd Johnson Road, Tar Bottom Road, and we also have Grimes Road. So if you're watching us in those locations and I called out your road, you need to get to a sturdy structure, lowest level, into your hallway, into your closet, into your bathroom before this rotation reaches you, because it is showing signs that the rotation is continuing to increase, and this cell may drop a tornado at any moment if it already hasn't done so.
All right, I am back, gentlemen. Thank you. There's the area right there, getting close to the northern part of Jefferson County, southern Lono County. We invite those of you that are in Lono County, find your safe place. If you have the THV11 app, you can stream. Nathan and I will walk you through this. This has just been one right after another tonight. You can center in and focus in on these little couplets. They get mean and nasty for a little bit, and then they dissipate and fall apart. That's what we're hoping this one does. Here's Tomberlin, Arkansas. There's Coy in Lono County. Those of you know that where England and Scott are located. This cell is going to carry to the north, maybe a little bit of a northwest push. You know, outside here in the garden right now, the rains are really coming down. This is what we're talking about, torrential rainfall and the potential for flash flooding. I certainly hope that folks are not out driving in this tonight because of the torrential rain, and also the possibility of tornadoes. I've talked about this before tonight, weather impact alerts. Today was a weather impact alert day, and that's going to extend into the overnight hours tonight. Tracy Bean's going to have more tomorrow. The effects and impacts of Beryl going to move to the northeast, southwest to northeast. Right now, the center of circulation is in southwest Arkansas, and a quick cutoff of precipitation. Just got to get this area of very heavy rain through the central part of the state. Excuse me. And of course, this couplet. This is a fairly strong area of rotation within a thunderstorm, lifting to the north-northwest, about 25 to 30 miles per hour. And this is getting ready now to move into Lonoke County. I would imagine that Jefferson County will probably see their part of the warning go away. Right now, radar indicated. Haven't heard any confirmation. Haven't seen any tornado debris signatures, not yet. But certainly some very strong rotation. It was more impressive down around.
It's weakened quite a bit.
Yeah, State Farm Road earlier. That's when we picked up on it, but now it has weakened as it continues to move to the north. And that's just the way these things happen. Along with this, we've got numerous flood warnings going on in central Arkansas. Flash flood warning remains in effect for a good part of central Arkansas until 2 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, it's weakening. It looks like we're beginning to see the couplet, the area of rotation broaden out a bit and weaken. Let's hope that continues. That would certainly be some good news. We need to see these warnings go away. The heavy rain we can deal with, although flash flooding is still dangerous. Man, it's really raining out there.
Yeah, we got a frog strangler out there, Tom.
Right.
Certainly. Flash flooding concerns. That's why I had that flash flood warning in effect for Pulaski County until 2 o'clock for your Tuesday morning. And make sure you don't drive through any floodwaters. You don't know how deep it is. You don't know if the road's even there. And it doesn't take much water to go ahead and lift your vehicle, especially if the water is moving. Play it smart. Stay indoors until this band of rain moves through. But there's some encouraging signs with this latest scan, as we're not seeing that tight couplet as much anymore. It has really started to fall apart, Tom. So I'm going to be surprised if they're going to continue this, if this continues to be the case over the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, they just continued it for Jefferson and Lonoke County. That just came about. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
It just spun up so fast. I mean, there's hardly any sign there, and then all of a sudden it just really produced a tight couplet right there, and now it's almost gone entirely.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to continue this tornado warning once another 5 minutes passes through. And the rotation tool also shows that clearly on Storm Track 11. We had that once again, the bullseye of blue show up. Let's take a look at Storm Track 11, show you the evolution of this cell and how quick these cells really start to rotate. So this is just a few scans ago, but watch what happens here. There's the bullseye, very close to Tucker and northwest of Wabaseka, and it continues to maintain. There's a tornado warning, and we lose the green, and now we've almost lost that entire blue area. So this thing has just fizzled out for the most part. So England, Coy, Tomberlin, yes, you were on tornado warning. I don't think you're going to be under a tornado warning very much longer because I don't see any rotation. Unless there's more rotation that starts to spike up somewhere else in this line, that is a possibility. Looking at other locations.
There was a little over here toward Humphrey, Arkansas.
Yeah, I was watching that too.
Those, that weakened quickly as well.
Nothing over in Pulaski County.
And the green outline, by the way, are the counties under that flash flood warning. Wow. Yeah, it's broadened out quite a bit. Can't really see much. That would be right in here. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything with a CC lowering.
I just have to look outside. I don't know if you folks can hear it at home, but water is now coming into the studio. So, pardon me for just a moment.
Oh, yes, it is.
All right, I may have to get Perry. We got water coming to the studio. Raj, would you send Perry out here with those little noodle things because of the heavy rain that we have going on? Okay. I don't even know where they are, otherwise I would do it. But yeah, this is the warning that we have, the only warning right now, tornado warning for Jefferson and Lonoke County. And it's going to continue a little while longer, although we really have seen the circulation fall apart, or at least broaden out. It may tighten back up again. Weather Service is going to hold on to this for a little while longer. Yeah, you got him? Come on through. It's all right. Go ahead. Come on through, Perry. Don't need to duck. Just come on through.
Good try, Perry. Good try.
You know, we got to give credit to our crew tonight. Roger, Perry, our directors tonight. Kevin, our 10 o'clock producer, helping us out with some pictures and also with some details. Kevin, I think you said there were over 8,000 residents without power, mainly in southwest Arkansas. Is that right? Did you say that earlier? If he's still up there, he may not even be. Now there's 12,000 folks without power. Once you pull up that energy page, and there we go. A lot of them over south central and southwest Arkansas, over 12,000 folks. Pike County looks like they have possibly the most. Thunderstorms got a lot of wind gusts, a lot of wind with them tonight. There's Hempstead County, Pike. Do we have any in the Pulaski County area possibly? Just a little over 600. So yeah, a little over 12,300, 12,385, a little under 13,000 folks around Arkansas without power tonight. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. Let's go back to, there we go, radar summary, which shows the very heavy rain moving through central Arkansas, the downtown Little Rock area. We can attest to that with the rain now coming in to the studio. Good job, Perry. Perry got it stopped for us tonight. This area of very heavy rain continues through portions of Lonoke County. And here's our tornado warning, northern Jefferson into Lonoke County. Otherwise, most of the precipitation has stopped for the meantime, but it looks like some of it may fill back in as we begin to see the center of Beryl move to the northeast. But the heaviest precipitation right now certainly occurring here in downtown Little Rock, and it's really coming down. Goodness gracious. Heavy, heavy rain. Waiting for the Weather Service, planning on canceling the Lonoke County tornado warning here shortly. That's good news. Thank you, National Weather Service. Just pass that information along. And here at 11:32, hoping that they don't issue any more. Just taking a look around. There might be a few more here in eastern Arkansas. Of course, we'll keep you up to date on that. Storms remaining fairly strong there in Jefferson County. Some lightning with it. We've had some lightning associated with that here in the Little Rock area as well. National Weather Service cancels the tornado warning for Jefferson and Lonoke County. So this is going to go away here momentarily. It's been canceled. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna take a break here, but let's do this. Let's go back out to our statewide radar mode and give everyone that's watching out there a viewpoint of what's going on with Tropical Depression Beryl. Right now, heavy rain is going to be our primary concern. We've got it here in central Arkansas. Got a look here in central Arkansas.
I was trying to upload the latest weather model because I think a lot of this rain could be out of here by 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. This thing seems like it's accelerating faster than once thought.
That would be fantastic.
So let me go ahead and load that model just so people
you go ahead
what to expect.
Take Max 2 while he does that. He can load that in real quick, and we'll go to Max 2, and I'll take you on a little tour. Last time I did this, I don't know, this is bad luck. We had another tornado warning. So I'll walk you through things that are happening. Here's current radar picture. Heaviest rain through central Arkansas. We still have some moderate to heavy showers occurring in northern sections as well. The center of Tropical Depression Beryl located here over southwest Arkansas. Look at the quick cutoff of most of the rain. There's that strong cell we had a warning on. That warning was allowed to expire. Let's hope the National Weather Service can keep it that way for us. Zooming in to our current warnings, where we had a few, we have none now. That's good news. And the radar here over southern Arkansas, you can certainly see the heaviest rainfall there in central and eastern Arkansas. Still have the watch till midnight tonight. We'll wait and see if the Weather Service extends this to include northeast Arkansas. But Little Rock, Searcy, Stuttgart, Hot Springs, we still have the watch, although I think the tornado threat has really lessened here over west central and a part of central Arkansas and southern Arkansas. Our weather impact alert tonight and tomorrow through 1 o'clock tomorrow, but we may modify this. So one good thing about weather impact alerts, we can scale them back if we have to. This is tonight, and I realize there's an O missing. Haven't had a whole lot of time to get over and correct things. Our impact continues to be Tropical Depression Beryl. I think that's Beryl, yep. Just stay weather aware for the rest of tonight and tomorrow. Have numerous ways or many different ways to receive severe weather information. Here's the timing, our latest timing of Beryl and when it could wrap up. This is 5:30 tomorrow morning. Most of the heavy rain begins to shift into northern Arkansas, and our forecast models continue to show that by 1 o'clock the rain comes to an end, improving conditions, and then we see the heat settle back in once again for the rest of the week. Rainfall totals from now through Wednesday could see another couple of 3 inches of rain as this area of rain tracks across the state. Here's your 7-day outlook. Tomorrow we have the weather impact alert day for your 7-day outlook. And let me just show you the rest of the forecast. Looking ahead, mid-90s coming up the rest of the week. Now, I mentioned earlier, for those of you that want to know what the weather impact alert means, it just means that we're going to take a closer look at some of the weather happening around you. Weather impacts could be like tonight with strong winds and heavy rain. Could be extreme heat and humidity. That certainly looks like it's going to come back in time for the latter part of the week into the weekend. Nathan, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Hey, let's take it away. Nathan's on Max 1.
So this is the weather model that we use, high resolution weather model for short range forecasting. It's doing a pretty good job. This is what it looks like around 11:30. It's got the heavy rain right over central Arkansas, a little bit too much into southeast Arkansas. But look what happens as we advance through the overnight. That band of heavy rain will continue to lift its way off to the north and northeast. By sunrise tomorrow, most of the heavy rain is into north and northeast Arkansas. Look how it starts to really exit a large part of central Arkansas as early as 8 o'clock. So we may have a wet start to your Tuesday morning rush, but things will greatly improve by 8 or 9 o'clock. A lot of the heaviest rain will move into North Arkansas and eventually into Missouri. And we may be done with all of the rain here in central Arkansas as early as 10, 11 o'clock in a lot of areas with just some spotty showers. So we're going to see improving conditions throughout your Tuesday in terms of the rain. Now, even after the rain moves out, we could still see some gusty winds with the pressure gradient force behind the system. There could still be some wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour through the course of the morning, and those winds will start to subside as well. I mentioned the winds. Let's take a look at the gust that we have seen so far from Beryl as it's made its way into parts of Arkansas. These are the latest observed wind gusts. We had a 31 mile per hour wind gust here in Little Rock, 39 mile per hour wind gusts in Texarkana, 37 in Hot Springs, 41 mile per hour wind gusts in Pine Bluff, and the wind gusts will continue to inch their way off to the north as that band of heavy rain that we continue to watch move through Pulaski County. Let's go over to Storm Track 11 now, because that band of heavy rain is still affecting and impacting Pulaski County, Lono County, and that will continue to make its way into Prairie County and eventually also into White County. And that's what we're concerned with, potential of flash flooding issues, as this band of heavy rain is certainly producing easily 1, 2, maybe as much as 3 inches of rain in a short amount of time. Back over to Max 1 now. There's live radar. There's the drier parts of Arkansas, seeing, especially South Arkansas, seeing a drying trend take place, just a few spotty showers. Will this fill in or not? I think the chance of that's pretty low. And even the dry air is starting to move into the Ouachitas and the River Valley. So it looks like the corridor or the belt of heaviest rain will be for right along Interstate 30, moving towards Searcy and Jonesboro with this batch of torrential rain. And that's also where the highest threat of severe weather will remain in place going into the next 1 to 2 hours. So be on the lookout. White County, Woodruff County, Jackson County, and potentially into Jonesboro. This is the band that still has the potential of producing a quick tornado with little to no warning. We're going to be here watching it all night long, keeping you updated, watching things very closely, and if needed, we'll of course break in on air like we are right now, and also the THV11 Facebook page. In case you lose power, you've got several ways of getting the information that you need to know. So right now, we do not have any warnings issued in terms of severe weather, other than we have that flash flood warning issued. But no tornado warning showing up, no severe thunderstorm warning showing up. But when we take a look at the flood alerts, they are still out there, and I think they will continue to add up. There are the current flash flood warnings in effect for Saline County, Pulaski County, Jefferson County, Grant County, and also down into Garland County, Hot Spring County, Dallas County, and Ouachita County. The one goes until 12:45. The other one here in the metro continues until 2 o'clock. Watch out for those poor drainage areas, low-lying areas, those typical trouble spots underneath overpasses, underneath railroad bridges that you have that go across the road, because that's where the water can just pour in and just not go anywhere and cause flash flooding concerns. Also, smaller creeks and streams, we've been getting reports that they are running very high and also starting to run out of their banks. Don't ever try to drive through floodwaters. You don't know how deep it is, especially if it's moving water. You can get in trouble very quickly. Even if you think, oh, it's just a few inches of water, it only takes 6 inches of water to lift some vehicles, especially over a foot. If that water's moving, you're going to get into trouble very, very quickly, and we'll have to be on the lookout for that through the course of the overnight, and then that risk will start to diminish for Tuesday morning. Tom.
All right, let me just fill you in on something real quick. John Lewis, National Weather Service, great guy over there, reported, Nathan, Little Rock National picked up 3/4 of an inch of rain in 9 minutes. That's some heavy rain, folks.
That is a gully washer. Yeah.
That is a gully washer. We have the gully washer continuing. This rain is pinwheeling here in Little Rock and pushing back toward the west. So heavy rain continues in Pulaski County and Lonoke County. We still have some strong thunderstorm activity. I really do think once we see this area push away, that the tornado watch, which is in effect till midnight, we'll see if they extend any part of it, but I think we're going to lose a lot of those counties. One or two may be. Not again. One or two, including the one that was just issued here in Lonoke County. Okay, well, that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the night. Again, not surprised. I think we did this last time. Tornado warning, Lonoke County. It's for that same area that weakened and now is beginning to perk back up in southern Lonoke County. There it is till 12:15. Here it is, 11:42 till 12:15 for Lonoke County, with the area of concern in southern Lonoke County lifting to the north. And it's more than just Lonoke County. I looked over Lonoke and Prairie counties are involved with this. Central Lonoke, Prairie County to 12:15. Possible tornado that was located near Humnoke or over Humnoke. Okay, so there's Humnoke in Lonoke County, and it's moving to the north. We'll put a track on it in a moment. We'll also show you a velocity scan and see where the wind couplets are located with this. So another tornado warning tonight, this one in Lonoke County and parts of Prairie County. Here you go, just a little part of Prairie County along Highway 86. Humnoke, Hamilton, there's Blakemore, Carlisle up the road here. If it continues to hold together, it will impact Carlisle and Lonoke along Highway 13. Let's go ahead and slap on a little velocity scan and show the winds. And looks pretty impressive there. Here's Hamilton, Humnoke. So there is our area of concern. There's the area of spin that is beginning to perk back up again after it weakened, and that's just been the case tonight. Movement is to the north at about 25 to 35 miles an hour, picking up a little bit of speed. I would imagine that it's just radar indicated. We have not had a confirmation. If you live in Lonoke County, if you live around Hamilton, Arkansas, if you live north of Hamilton, Arkansas, and you're picking us up tonight, go to your safe place right now, get the kids up, take a pillow with you, a blanket. Not that anything's confirmed with this, but we could see a possible tornado out of this, rotation possibly, and even a funnel cloud. Traveling along Highway 13, you know where Highway 13 and 232 is located. That storm is headed your direction, and here is the area of rotation. Nathan.
Well, Tom, I think we pretty much stalled for the next tornado warning. That's why we didn't go
off
air and go back to regular scheduled programming, because we just had a feeling that there was going to be something else happening with this band of heavy rain that has been notorious to produce these quick spin-ups. And there you see, once again, it's into Lonoke County, Highway 13, 232. Those are going to be the areas with the highest potential right now of a quick tornado that may happen at any moment, headed for the community of Hamilton, and then if it holds together, but it could be what do I want to say? Now I'm running out of words to say. It could be a stretch to move that far north towards Carlisle, but you're still under the tornado warning in Carlisle, and you just want to go ahead and take your tornado precautions. We are watching that rotation. It has picked up over the past few scans. It's Nothing that screams out a tornado is going to happen at any moment. Let's go over to Storm Track 11, take a look at the rotation tool. Once again, here we go with that little bullseye of green showing up. So that is a little more concerning. And look how fast it happened. I mean, this was just a few scans ago. There's Humnoke, really nothing showing up. And then once we get into the next few minutes, you can see that green showed up.
Yeah.
And that little bullseye green is still there. So if there is something happening at the surface, it's going to be very close to Humnoke at this time. And it was making its way off to the northwest. I'm going to go ahead and put a track on here for this tornado warning, although I might not extend it as far as I have been since these have been very short-lived events. But just give me a second on how fast that system's going, 35 miles per hour to the north directly. So we'll go ahead and make this go just about this far. So let's go back over to max 1 now.
Max 1, thank you.
Nothing showed up. Okay, so let's try that again. Yeah. I'm not sure why nothing showed up because Hamilton's
County,
clearly there.
You got a lot of farmland. A lot of folks have farming out in those areas, so you may not find a whole lot. You'll find a few. I know they've got some good catfish farms up toward the Lone Oak area.
So if it holds together, it'll arrive at Carlisle 11 minutes after midnight. That's a big if.
That's if. Yeah, that's 13, 11, about 24, 25 minutes away. So there you go. Newest tornado warning now for Lone Oak County. It's a cell that has cycled down, cycled back up again. Here's your box right there, 1215. Here's Lone Oak. Carlisle's a little farther to the east here, and there's Highway 165. So if anything's happening, it's in this general area. Lots of heavy rain. We have had some heavy rain now come to an end in Little Rock. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more wrap around here. But torrential rainfall, some wind, and yeah, the possibility of a tornado. It is a tropical system, and sometimes those provide us with tornadoes. We have had a couple tonight already, had a few actually. Here you go, Highway 13. This is where we're following. It's a little bit of a notch here near Hamilton. If you live in Hamilton, Lone Oak County, along Highway 13, near 232, this is what we're picking up. Not very strong rotation, but some rotation nonetheless, and that's around Humnoke, Arkansas. And it's between Humnoke and Hamilton, Highway 13, 232. I mentioned there's a lot of farming out here. A lot of folks have big farming plots and farmland. It doesn't mean there's not anybody that lives out here, because there are people that live out here. We may not just be finding a lot of, a lot of individuals that have homes. There are some, but now I'm beginning to run out of things to say. But there are folks that live here.
It's almost midnight time.
It is. Been going on for a while here tonight, folks. There are folks that live here. I don't want to diminish that, but again, there's a lot of rich farming out here as well. There's the rotation, low end on the spin rate here, low end on the rotation. Humnoke up to Hamilton. There's Seton, Arkansas, and that extends up toward the Carlisle, Lone Oak area. That's our tornado warning. We'll see if the Weather Service holds on to it. Flood warning is now in effect for Independence County and Jackson and Lawrence counties. Okay, so they continue that flood warning. Okay, let's find us a couplet here. Let's find some rotation. This is winds blowing toward and away from radar. We talk a lot about velocity and wind speeds, and for those of you that want to know a little bit more about it, whenever we're looking at winds blowing toward radar, in the blue, so going this way, winds blowing away from radar, going this way, and that's how we're able to find where the rotation is located within the thunderstorm. This is a tool that we use. We use another rotation tool as well. I know it looks like a bunch of blue and a bunch of red. This is what we really look at. A lot of you at home look at the little hook echoes, those thunderstorms that have that fish hook that extends from the base of a thunderstorm. That's with our regular reflectivity and precipitation mode. But this is our velocity mode, our wind mode, and this is what we're looking at currently. And it's still fairly strong. A pretty good area of rotation drifting along to the north. Make sure you have your safe place ready to go. Centermost part of your home, of course. We can advise you to go and find the lowest level of your home as well. Stay away from windows and cover your head with something like a pillow, a blanket, a football helmet, just to keep your head safe. And make sure the kids have their shoes. I'm sure that some folks have already gone to bed and now they've been awakened by their THV11 app or maybe a NOAA weather radio or weather call. We have weather call as well.
And tornado sirens, because it is affecting Lonoke and also Carlisle in the path of this tornado warning polygon.
Yep.
It may or may not make it that far. Now, we have not seen any long track tornadoes, and that's usually a typical situation with tropical tornadoes. They happen very quickly, they don't last very long, but they can still do damage. And we have seen that case into Sparkman with a report of a tornado hitting that part of Dallas County, producing some damage. And we're just on our guard through the rest of this night, just for the potential. We still have some rotation showing up there, certainly just to the south of Hamilton, right along the intersection of 232 and Highway 13, moving towards Daniels Road, Highway 381. So anyone along this roadway, Highway 13, Highway 381, you do have the increasing potential that a storm with rotation may produce a tornado at any moment, and it may come with little to no warning. Even if there is no tornado warning, still want to be on your guard into Prairie County, into the rest of Lonoke County, into Monroe County, because that's where I think the opportunity and risk of still tornadoes will be in play as this band of very heavy rainfall continues to sweep its way off to the north and northeast. I think the tornado threat for Hot Spring County, Garland County off to the west has really started to fizzle out. We still have that tornado watch until midnight. National Weather Service will determine whether or not they want to extend that watch or allow it to expire. We're going to be waiting on that information from them. But if you're watching us into White County, this cell that's producing the current tornado warning is headed in your direction. So just be prepared that it may weaken, the tornado warning may be dropped, but there could be a new tornado warning that happens for Searcy County or even to Woodruff or Jackson counties going into the next few hours until this band moves out entirely of the THV11 viewing area.
8 minutes left on the current tornado watch. I know it says 11:30, but it's actually 11:52. That warning is in effect till 12:15 tonight. And a pretty significant area here of spin also, a little bit here. That's near the National Weather Service. That's the radar site. This is northern Pulaski County. There might be something brewing here in northern Pulaski County, but this in Lonoke County is of our main concern. Lonoke County, here's Prairie County, Lonoke, Carlisle, Humnoke, you're affected by this, and then up the road, maybe Hickory Plains. Looks like they just adjusted the box a little bit. They continued the tornado warning for Lonoke and Prairie County. So they're going to continue this warning. It looks a little broader in terms of its rotation, not really as tight. So that's it. That's the only warning we have for you tonight. Nathan Scott here with you, Tom Brannon here with you. We're going to stay as long as the warnings keep firing off, and they may do so after midnight tonight. Hope everybody can get some sleep or get enough to get them through the day tomorrow. It's rather unusual to have this type of setup in July, but it's never, it's uncommon, but it can happen, and that's what we have. July tornadoes from a landfalling tropical system that was over the Caribbean a few days ago, affecting Jamaica, made landfall in Texas, and is now moving through Arkansas, albeit lots weaker, providing us with heavy rain and a few tornadoes tonight. That's been the main concern. And here you go, back into Lonoke County, southern Lonoke County. Here's Hamilton, Arkansas. If there's any rotation, any spin, it's right along Highway 13 over the top of you, Hamilton. I hope that your families have taken their spots and their safe places and are hunkering down for a little while this cell continues to lift to the north at about 35 miles per hour. A little bit of rotation.
Looks like that rotation might have jumped around, Tom. When we look at the loop, it was definitely there close to Humnoke, and you see that couplet right there, but then that fades away and it kind of jumps to the east of Highway 13 now. So maybe that's something different happening around Hamilton Loop Road. Hamilton Loop Road, if you live on Hamilton Loop Road and you're listening to Nathan and I tonight. It's lifting slowly to the north, and if it continues the current track, Carlisle, you're next. You're in the path of this.
if you live in Carlisle or around Carlisle, south of Carlisle on Highway 13, then you might be impacted by this storm. Okay. Again, this is the only tornado warning that we have. We've had a lot of rain tonight. We had heavy rain in Little Rock. It seems like that has backed off quite a bit. Still with the tornado watch, it's 11:55. Tornado watch remains in effect until midnight tonight for central Arkansas and a part of western and southwestern Arkansas. We'll have to wait and see if it gets extended or not. To include some more counties in central and eastern Arkansas. But check it out. Pockets of heavy rain, flood warnings are in effect, and this tornado warning. Notice how things are beginning now to push to the north and west. That line moved through. Some very heavy rain in a short amount of time, and now that area has begun to weaken and break up just a bit. And you can see a little bit of a notch here near Hamilton, maybe some rotation on the east side. That would match up nicely with what Nathan showed you a moment ago with our velocity scan. And here you go. There it is around Highway 13. This area right here, possibly. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Okay, that's our weather impact for the night tonight. These severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes. Keep waiting for the Weather Service to say something about it. They have not said anything. That is the strongest thunderstorm that we see currently in Arkansas. Not much else going on here in eastern Arkansas just yet, but right here is where we find the brunt of the bad weather right now. And the flood alerts continue to expand. Not surprised here. Flash flood warnings until 2:45 for most of central Arkansas, from Saline County through Pulaski, Lone Oak, and Prairie counties for torrential rainfall that has occurred tonight, with the area of rain moving out and away and along the outer skirts of what is Tropical Depression Beryl. Along with the wind, you get the rain and possible tornadoes.
Tom, this band of heavy rain is slowly lifting its way off to the north. Things are really quieted down here in downtown Little Rock for the most part. There's another batch of some heavy rain about to move back into downtown. So you see that dry area right there, but more heavy rain into southwest Little Rock. However, things continue to stay on the quiet side. Just a few tiny showers trying to pop up into parts of south and southeast Arkansas. By far the worst of the weather is over Pulaski County, is over Lone Oak County, White County, heavy rain, and we are still watching that tornado warning. This is a not confirmed tornado warning. This is the Doppler radar indicated tornado warning for this part of Lone Oak County. And we take a look at the winds. There's quite a bit of lightning, but we're looking at, I think, more of a straight line wind phenomenon trying to develop here versus more of a rotation signature within this line. Straight line winds still could be gusty, 50, maybe 60 miles per hour in some cases. Still want to go ahead and treat this like a severe thunderstorm or maybe even a tornado warning until this cell moves out. It is certainly a little signature right there, a little hook echo still happening with that little appendage very close to Hamilton within that tornado warning polygon. And we still have Carlisle, Lone Oak in that tornado warning, although the chance of that rotation reaching you folks in Carlisle, Lone Oak at this time looks pretty low, but still stay in your safe place until we let you know that this tornado warning has been allowed to expire or if they're going to continue it, and that's all according to the National Weather Service. They are also watching rotation
near Parker's
near
Chapel.
Parker's Corner.
Or Parker's Corner, yes. Excuse me.
2 couplets. Is that also in that part of Lone Oak County? I didn't see anything show up with that. I'm going to have to look up that in just a second. They are going to extend the tornado watch now and to include Cleburne County, Independence County, Jackson County, and Van Buren County. And that will go all the way till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so tornado watch has been extended till 2 a.m. Mr. Perry, if you wouldn't mind calling and extending our captioning, please. 2 o'clock in the morning. That does include Faulkner, Lone Oak, Pulaski, Perry, Saline, Garland counties. I really thought they would back off. Looking at southwest Arkansas, Calhoun is still in the watch. Hot Spring, Clark, Washita, Dallas, Pike, in Western, Montgomery, Polk, and Scott. So everybody in Arkansas has been extended till 2 o'clock in the morning. A tornado watch remains in effect. Okay. Nathan is taking a look here. There's the area of concern. This is Lone Oak County. You're getting up toward Lone Oak, Carlisle. This is our area of spin and concern. So that's what we're keeping an eye on here at 12 o'clock. It is now midnight, and we're tracking severe weather here in Arkansas. Thank you for staying up with us late, although it appears that most of the severe weather has come to an end for some. We're still dealing with it on the eastern side of this tropical system. This is Tropical Depression Beryl. And for those of you that live around the Hamilton area, these are some of the areas that are experiencing maybe some damaging wind gusts. Certainly this couplet right here, lifting to the north along Highway 13. Nathan, we can go down a little further. We can take a couple of streets if we need to, just to holler out those street names, Highway 13. And let's see, you got, Hamilton Loop. You've got Dante's or Daniels Road, or maybe not. I can barely see them. I have to get my glasses. Yeah, but those are a couple of
Daniels
the roads.
Road, yeah, you're correct.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Otis Parker Road, Clay Corner Road. I can read the ones that are like this, but the ones that are vertical kind of give me some trouble there. Otis Parker again, there you go. So these are some of the roads, some of the areas impacted. If you live along these roads here on Highway 13, Clay Corner Road, then you could be experiencing some strong wind gusts, possibly a tornado. No confirmation on that, no radar confirmation either. There's Elton Parker Road. Lots of Parkers out there. It looks like the Parker family might live in this area or has lived in this area. There's Daniels Road, Mallard Road, once again, Hillman Road. These are some of the roads and some of the places impacted in Lone Oak County, where there is and continues to be a tornado warning that's in effect until I think it's 12:15 tonight. Okay? All right, we can go back now to a broader perspective. Let's show everyone else at home that might be up watching who else is being affected or impacted by weather tonight. We've had some very heavy rain. This is Lone Oak County. Sounds like some rain might be moving back into downtown Little Rock out there. And there you go. There's that Lone Oak County tornado warning. Systems moving pretty much due north, from south to due north. And here comes some more wraparound rain. Nathan mentioned that just a moment ago. But southern Arkansas seeing some improving conditions with this wraparound of the remnants now, Tropical Depression Beryl. You can see the moderate to heavy showers out here over west central and western Arkansas. So somewhere, the center of circulation is somewhere here in southwest Arkansas.
Tom, we're going to zoom into Pulaski County and Faulkner County because we do have another rush of wind moving through that part of the state. You can see that right there with the oranges and the blues meeting up. So we'll have to watch out for that. That's a convergence zone. Right now it's just a rush of wind, but will that tighten up and start to rotate? We'll just have to wait and see. So north parts of Pulaski County, getting into White County, and also I would say eastern parts of Faulkner County. Just be on the lookout. Watch out for that. Nothing is imminent at this time, but these rotations have been very quick to develop and then they disappear. So a tornado could happen quickly with little to no warning with that line as it makes its way through Faulkner County, extreme northern areas of Pulaski County, lifting into northwest Lono County and also into White County. As another gully washer is moving into downtown Little Rock at this time, our rain has really started to add up here. I think we are over 2 inches of rain now.
In Little Rock?
Yes.
Oh, wow. In a short amount of time.
Yep.
But we expected this to happen tonight. Along with a few tornadoes, couldn't rule it out. We just hope everyone is safe and there's not too much damage out there.
Did you? I replaced the battery yet today, and mine's about to die. So you go ahead and get a battery. I think it's a battery right here, Tom. I have a battery right here. So, because I'm gonna have to replace mine because mine's starting to also chirp at me. So before the mic goes out, let's try to get this done. Still have the tornado warning in effect for Lonoke County until 12:15 for your Tuesday morning. Watching this cell, still showing rotation very close to Hamilton, and it is making its way off to the north. So Carlisle is still under that tornado warning, along with Scranton, Highway 13, Highway 86, and Highway 381. Make sure you're taking your tornado precautions just in case something does start to develop. We have not gotten any confirmation of a tornado at this time, but there is certainly still a little bit of rotation happening with this band of heavy rain, lightning and thunder that is moving through this part of Lonoke County. And we'll watch for more potential rotation with this line as it moves into White County and off to the northeast. That's why we have that new tornado watch that has been issued all the way until 2 o'clock in the morning now, Tom.
So just looking at the National Weather Service extending the tornado watch and also staying with this tornado warning in Lonoke County for a little while longer along Highway 13 and 86. If you know any residents, if you have family who lives out here in Lonoke County, a very slow moving storm lifting to the north very slowly. You can see a little bit of an appendage here trying to show up. Possibly a hook. We talk about the hook echo and everything. This is lifting to the north very slowly. I think we're probably going to see it continue a little while longer there, Lone Oak. That's the strongest storm, but we still have some rainfall, some heavy rain occurring just to the west now into downtown Little Rock. And it's piling up, as Nathan said. We've got a couple of inches of rain in a very short amount of time. THV11's studios somewhere right in there. But we're keeping a close eye out at Lonoke County. This is where the warning is located until 12:15. It's 12:07 right now, and you can see it kind of pinwheeling around that circulation of what is Tropical Depression Beryl. Can't even remember its name anymore, but it's lifting to the north. And on the southern flank of this is where we're finding the possibility of a little inflow notch that might indicate some rotation, strong rotation. So that's our storm right now in Lonoke County. Otherwise, if you're not getting a tornado, you're getting some very heavy rain along Highway 70 and I-40 between Lonoke and Carlisle. Continuing to lift away. A little donut hole there. Here you go, Perry. Here's a battery for you. Thank you. All right, been a long night, folks. We're having to change batteries twice now on the microphone. I think Nathan just changed his battery as well. Just joining us tonight, tornado warning remains in effect for Lonoke County. Here at THV11, we launched something new and different today called a THV11 Weather Impact Alert. And what these weather impact alerts do is they give you an idea when the weather is going to be disruptive, whether it's going to be hazardous, dangerous, or really inconvenient. And tonight's weather qualifies as that. So a THV11 Weather Impact Alert continues through tonight and Tuesday. Tracy Bean will be along at about 2 o'clock in the morning. She'll put her weather information together. Nathan will hang with me as long as we both can. Hopefully the weather will settle down between now and 2 o'clock, but that's how long the tornado watch has been extended. Another couple of hours tonight, and we've had ongoing tornado warnings. Just when you think you're out of the woods, another warning gets issued, and the one we have currently is in Lonoke County as this storm is lifting to the northwest, and it could produce a tornado at any moment. Let's see if the Weather Service is providing us with any more information about this. And I don't think they are. They're continuing the tornado warning for Lonoke and Prairie County. That warning will continue until, looking for the timing, 12:15. And then after that, they might extend it into northern parts of Lonoke County. There you go. If there's any area of concern, it's in this area right here.
It's moving east.
Moving east now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I'm seeing on Storm Track 11, that little splotch of green that we always look out for, that has also shifted its way into the east. So they're going to have to adjust, I think, this tornado warning if they're going to continue. It's
going to get out of the box. Hazen is on the other side of that box. If this is moving a little more to the east, northeast instead of the north. Let's see, we'll put it in motion for you. And, okay, there's our rotation area. It went away. I guess it's going to come back in a second.
Rewind this here a little bit, just a few scans. So it's like there was a scan right there, and then disappeared, and then a new scan's pushing into Prairie County. But and disappear too. The situation that we're in, Tom, these, like I said, over and over again, like what we've been saying, they're very quick to form, and they're just kind of like random in nature.
Form, and then they do their thing, they die out, and they reform again. Man, that's what this one has done tonight. Well, those of you that are up with us tonight, joining us on Facebook, YouTube, THV11, the app, on the web, streaming with us tonight. We're streaming one tornado warning that remains in effect here in Lonoke County. The Weather Service is going to have to make a decision here pretty soon, within the next 5 minutes, if they're going to extend this box out a little farther to the east and include a larger area of Prairie County and Lonoke County. Looks like they just added severe thunderstorm warning to the mix.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Next one, please.
That looks like that may be what they replace it with.
Till 12:45. Yep.
A severe thunderstorm warning.
And that's probably a
tornado possible.
Nope.
Just a likely.
Just a likely one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll take that. We'll take that. So that's good news. They're going to let this tornado warning expire here in about 4 minutes for Lonoke County. They must have seen some signs that the rotation is weakening here, but a severe thunderstorm warning, sometimes those tornadoes can be produced out of severe thunderstorm warnings with very little warning. So severe thunderstorm warning possible. I wouldn't be surprised if we got another tornado warning out of it tonight, though. And there it is. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Lonoke and Prairie counties till 12:45. And we're seeing more reports come in of tornadoes that have occurred. And there's the continuance and the extension of the tornado watch for a few counties in north central Arkansas till 2 o'clock, and even in central Arkansas. But there's one that occurred down in Sparkman, Arkansas. We had pictures of that. Also in northern Cleveland County, Jefferson County, possible tornadoes here, at least radar identified tornadoes. So we're going to come back tomorrow with the Weather Service taking a little closer look at these paths and going, hey, we had, tornadoes. We had more than 1 or 2 tornadoes. Look at the 6-hour rainfall. This is what's been piling up here these last few minutes. Radar estimates in the 4 to 5 inch range, maybe even more. 3 to 4 to 5 inches of rain, 5 to 6 inches of rain. Wow, over 6 inches, 3.6. And these are just radar estimates over the last 6 hours. So we certainly have had the gully washer, or the frog strangler, however you want to call it, toad strangler, here in the Little Rock metro area that has prompted the flash flood warning that's going to stay in effect till 2 o'clock. More heavy rain down the road there. I-30 around Hot Spring, Clark County, and even down around Howard County, Nevada, Hempstead counties, Little River and Little River, Miller counties as well. So for the next 2 minutes, we still have this tornado warning in Lonoke County. Otherwise, it's being replaced with a severe thunderstorm warning that has edged a little farther to the east to cover a few more or a little bit more real estate in Prairie County. And that warning is going to
looks like extend. They expired it, I think.
Did they expire the tornado warning?
It's not disappearing on this graphic just yet, but
yes. Okay. At 12:12 they expired it. Okay. Okay. Will expire. Okay. 12:15. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's below severe limits. Well, it's been a night, and I would imagine we'll probably have to deal with a couple of more break-ins here with tornado warnings. Right now, it's mainly some heavy rain that's occurring. This is our radar loop, and you'll see that the circulation of Beryl is in southwest Arkansas and is going to be tracking to the northeast, so heavy rain along the path of Beryl tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll see Beryl get out of the state, not before leaving. Quite a bit of rain here in the natural state. Getting a little bit of a break here over south central Arkansas and southeast Arkansas, most of it now, in the Little Rock area, north central and northeastern sections of Arkansas. And there's that warning, severe thunderstorm warning for Prairie and Lonoke counties. Wow, the rainfall totals since midnight, Nathan. Little Rock over 2.5 inches. Hot Springs, Arkadelphia. There's no way Camden has only picked up 500
there's something a little fishy with that one.
Yeah, I think their rain gauge is broken for sure. 4 inches, over 4 inches in Texarkana. These are some very big rainfall amounts, and they're still getting more north of Little Rock. We may tack on another 1/2 inch here and downtown Little Rock. 2.5 inches out in Hot Springs, a little over 2.5 Arkadelphia, and 4 3/4 here down around Texarkana. 12:15, that tornado warning has expired. I would like us to take a little break if we can, and hopefully we won't have to deal with it. But you know what's going to happen, don't you, Nathan? As soon as we take,
I'm not going to speak it. No.
No. Okay. But I think what we need to do here is take a little bit of a break. We have been on now for a while. It's our job to keep you safe. We've had a lot of rain tonight, a lot of wind and tornado warnings. But since there are no more tornado warnings at this time, and we're not going anywhere, but we're going to take a minute. We're going to grab a drink of water, maybe use facilities, and come back when we have other warnings and other impactful weather to pass along. So Perry and Roger, if we can, let's do that. I'll tell you what, one more shot of radar. Let's go to max 2. I'll give you one more shot of radar tonight and show you that the severe thunderstorm warning is all we have left here in Lonoke County. Strong thunderstorms with heavy rain now moving north of I-40, I-30 and I-40 corridor. We'll continue to keep an eye on things here over the next couple of hours. So tornado watch remains in effect till 2 o'clock. And we'll also have to keep an eye on the potential for a few more tornado warnings throughout the night. Becomes more of a flash flood event. We've got several flash flood warnings over central Arkansas tonight. Lots of weather impacting all of us here in Arkansas tonight. Nathan, any closing thoughts, comments before we take a little break?
I just hope it's the last time that we have to be on air for the rest of the morning. It's considered it's Tuesday now.
Welcome to Tuesday, 12/16. So we're going to do that. We're going to take a little break, and we'll send it back to network. If there's any more warnings to pass along, then we will jump in and provide you with that information. So let's go ahead and go back to programming, and we'll see you shortly. Hopefully not, but we'll see you.